Welcome, Internet. Hey, Drusiform, good to see you. Welcome, everybody. I am happy to be back, happy to be doing the old thing here. It's been a while, longer than I wanted, but I am back here, and it's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to get back in the saddle, as they say. Get back to some good old Sierra adventures. Another one I've never played here. Thank you for welcoming me back. It is I would say it's good to be back, but Lord, I came back maybe just in time for my allergies to get me. Got sick on the plane ride and everything. It's been an exhausting couple of days just trying to feel like a human being again. Oh, I'm still sore, but it's cool to be here. At least I'm sitting down and we're gonna have fun. So, Gazel, my friend, welcome you as well. How are you? Hopefully, you guys are both doing good. Hopefully, you guys have been having some good times without me here, but I'm ready to start having good times with you again. So, and I'm back to babbling completely incoherently. Excellent, but at least I got the energy to do this. Wow, it's been quite a ride. But, hooah! Do you guys know Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist? It's definitely one of those that I've heard about forever and a day. One of those also by Sierra kind of games. Not a headliner, but a solid one that's got a lot of hits, got a lot of friends, I think. And I'm about to experience it for the first time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hello, Shaboy J and Cardinal. How are you guys? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. You're doing amazingly well. Cardinal! Oh my lord, did you open those Tech War boxes? If you did, oh, my heart's gonna break. I'm so sorry I missed that. Those Tech War cards looked fantastic. Oh, I'll have to catch a VOD, I guess. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I missed it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I got that. But yeah, I will check that out. Love it. Those look so fun. I hope that was fantastic. Hope that was a wonderful time. Good to see all of you guys. I hope you're doing well. You guys, you know this, Freddy Pharkas? It's definitely one I know about. Definitely one I've seen seen a little bit, heard a little bit here and there, but I just never got to it. So, yeah, heard of it, but I don't know a lot. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely going to be trying to watch some more streamers. Try to be more involved in the community here because I really like it. I love doing it. I just I feel like I was pushing myself a little hard doing 6 days a week streaming, and I think I'm going to back off of that a little bit. And I'm trying to keep the energy up too, and I think that'll help. Yeah, everybody kind of semi-familiar with Freddy Pharkas, right? Kind of know a little bit, but not a lot of personal experience. That's how I feel too. I remember all of the ads and whatnot, but yeah, thank you. Great to see you all again. It's wonderful. I'm happy that you guys are here. I'm so totally surprised. I'm taken aback. I was thinking I would be, just talking to myself for at least an hour or two or three for being gone for so long, but I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. It's super cool to see you. I'm super happy we can do this. Apparently, together. We'll experience this all together. Now I know just a little bit. It's got a fun little prologue we'll watch that I saw when I was trying to troubleshoot, make sure this is all working. So that'll be fun to check out. But other than that, I am completely unspoiled on this game. Oh, wow, thank you. Yeah, I would have been back. I thought I could do it yesterday. I really wanted to do it the day before too, but I was like walking 300 miles a day for 2 weeks. And then I came back on the flight home. I got something that made me feel real bad. I still might, if you see me run away, I'm just running to the bathroom for 5 minutes. I'll be back quick. Still fighting with whatever that grossness was. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not like 100% there, but I have got my tea, and you know, you guys are here and you're rad, so let's keep the energy up. Let's do it, man. Let's jump in. Let's jump in. Enough babbling right now. There'll be time for babbling later. But yeah. Orange Sierra. Don't see that one too much. Right? Says it all right there. Right? Look at those graphics. I love those graphics. This is a really cool little cartoonish little swoop of a one-street town. Got the whole Nevada in the background there. Love it. Love the yeehaw and the whip. Fantastic little start. Check this out.
Born in old St. Louis, by the age of 4, Dad knew he was the best little crack shot the West had ever seen. By the time he reached pubescence, he could outshoot all the adolescents west of Durango and north of Abilene. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, famous gunslinging deputy Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier hero to be. Then one day young Freddy Pharkas stared at eyes as black and dark as night, the eyes of an outlaw well known throughout the West. Oh, the tough kid's name was Kenny, and he outdrew Freddy Pharkas when he shot Freddy's ear off to prove who was the best. Now our hero Freddy Pharkas, with wounded pride and earless carcass, vowed to the heavens to give up gunnery. He'd be better off, he reckoned, with a lifelong dream that always beckoned pencils, not pistols, and pharmacology. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, highest score on his SAT. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, 5-year college degree.
However you get it.
After Fred matriculated, got his PhD and graduated, moved out to Course Gold and bought a pharmacy. Now he's a real prescription writer, and they don't know he's an ex-gunfighter. Locked up his memories, repressed them totally. But his peaceful new survival soon was shot to hell upon arrival of Course Gold schoolmarm, the sweet Penelope. She has captured Fred's affection, but he's scared he'll get a huge rejection. Can't bear to tell her just what he used to be. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier pharmacist bourgeoisie. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, peerless, earless, and free.
Love it. The nose harp, the guy's warbling voice. Yeah, hello Thinna. Great to see you again. Hope you are doing well, my friend. We're back. Yes.
Freddy Pharkas? You was asking about Freddy Pharkas? The man what saved Course Gold, only nobody knowed it was him? Why, just hop up here on old Whitland Willie's lap and I'll tell you all about it. Ow, Carnsarn it, a bit more to the right. That's got it. Sit right there. Oh no, thank you. Now, if I remembers this right, it's been quite a few years. My brain's getting a mite rusty. Oh, that's right. It all started when Freddy went to open up the pharmacy one day, way back in the spring of 1888, as I recall.
All right. That's a hell of an intro. All right, there we go. Coming in with the tumbleweeds. Have you played this one before, the Nap? You might be the only one. Everybody here knows just a little about it, and it's already Golden Balls Saloon. All right, classic Sierra humor right there. I get it. Man, but that was a super fun intro. The nose harp, the singing of the penis jokes. Classic. Cool. Well, this is already delivering. I do like these graphics. They've got a good grit to them. Good grit to these. They got a fun look. Plus they're really bright, which is nice. Frontier bourgeoisie. Love it. All right, so we can right click for all of our verbs.
Rollin', 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 got to keep on rollin'.
All right. Oh, also we're kludging together the text and the voice here. Thank you, ScumVM, for allowing us to do that, but it's not perfect. So sometimes, like with the intro there, when what was his name? Old Willie said, "Come and sit on our lap." If there's multiple boxes of text, we'll just get the first box of text, and not the second or third there. But other than that, we should be able to get most of the text in the game. And also the voice. So, we get it all, almost all. Oh, awesome. So you know this one well, huh? That's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to try it out, man.
Mom's Cafe must have good food. It's where all the stagecoaches stop.
All right.
Peering through Mom's greasy glass, you can see she's open for business. You've always been fond of Mom's cooking. At least the first time it goes down.
Ooh.
Mom's Cafe awaits the hearty traveler who has a thing for good food, but isn't afraid to eat here anyway.
No, I have not played either of the Manhunter games yet. Are they on the list? I don't know if I put them on there yet. I'll put them on there. Let me write that down. Cause God, they looked good. They looked good and weird. Try to remember to get those on the list if they're not. But definitely I would want to play those. I think they're pretty fantastic. You liked them? Yeah. How are you? Hopefully you are well. Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Welcome on back into here. Thank you for welcoming me. Yeah. Well, I'm not worried. I will absolutely, if I need hints, I am unafraid to cheat dirtily. Yeah. Yes, it's been more than a couple of weeks, more than I wanted to. I'm sorry. I would have loved to come back a day or two earlier, but I've been sleeping 8 hours, awake 8 hours, sleeping 8 hours for a little while, for basically since I got home on like the 8th, the 7th and 8th, the night there. Mathel, great to see you again. Yeah, thank you for coming in, buddy. Great to see you again, too. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're having a fantastic one. Yeah, everybody, hello. Yes, you were telling me about that Manhunter. It was not developed by Sierra, just published by them, right? So they, of course, had one or two little things. They had to put in an impossible maze or whatever, right? Gotta sell that hint line. Gotta sell those hint books, but mostly it's a little cleaner, a little more honorable of a design. Cool. Yeah, it's fun to be back. I got my tea here. I'm gonna try to make sure I keep the energy up. Oh, wow. A team of 3 siblings. That's interesting. Usually when you talk about sibling creators of video games, it's like a pair of brothers, right? So that's interesting. 2 brothers and a sister. I love it. 3. And one of them is a lady. Wonderful. Cool. Man, I definitely got to check out those Manhunter ones then. Definitely. I was thinking of doing, what's his name? Benoit Sokol? Maybe after this, get a little of the French vibe in here, right? He's the guy who did Siberia, Hammer Zone, I think is the first one he made, and The Sinking Island. I think there's actually like 4 Siberia games now. I know I have 2. I was thinking doing that after this, but Manhunter is, it's down for sure. I gotta remember to get those as well then. Yes, French games. So they're known for their lack of bugs and sensible mechanics, right? And not at all just relying 100% on their art style and just crazy, awful weirdness otherwise. I kind of love that. I was thinking of doing a lot. I really want to get into more what's called microids. Microids and Cryo are the French video game developers that make me go, I gotta get more of that. Yeah. So those are what I'm considering right now. Yeah, love it. Weird, cool ideas. Sierra, I miss Sierra too. I love the Sierra for their, I don't know, I guess their consistent output of good-looking, engaging kind of games. Even if a lot of the time I'm like, what do you want from me? I don't get it. At least they really understood a lot about how to make fun characters, fun locations. They had a lot of good ideas, even if a lot of their mechanics were like, I'm gonna shoot you in the gut, ha 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 ha. I feel like a lot of the French games might be like that too. But hey, if we're nothing if not gluttons for punishment for good-looking games, right? That's what I think my channel's gonna be about here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. We'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it'll be a little bit, cleaner, clearer, and elegant, and less demanding that we go by the hint book. But we'll see. Yeah. Thank you, Shaboy J. Not one day back. In 18 minutes. It took 18 minutes for the first fox hunt pain. Oh man, what a thing. It was a thing. Whew. All right, well, let's continue to electrocute ourselves here on Freddy Pharkas.
You do your peepin' Freddy routine with the hotel window. Furtive shadows steal across the walls inside. What little light seeps into the hotel plays teasingly at vague forms and shapes. How nauseatingly poetic.
Okay, all right, we can peek in through the windows, I guess.
Ah, many's the young cowpoke who had to quickly lower himself off this balcony with a bunch of knotted sheets, usually stark naked.
Okay. What are the little things at the top of the border of the text box here? Let me see.
Peering between every crack in the hotel's board sidewalk makes you bored yourself.
I'm not quite grasping what those guys are. Cool that the weight icon. Oh, it's pills and bottles because we're a pharmacist. Good call. Oh, hey, look at that.
Old Pete's been around since the gold was here. He and Willie are the only 2 codgers left.
Oh, we're a 2-codger town, huh?
Well, by gum, how you doing, young feller, by gum? Nice to see you, by gum.
Hey, old-timer. Ain't seen you around in a dog's age. What are you up to these days?
What does it look like I'm doing, by gum? I'm trying to sell gum, damn idiot.
Oh, buy gum. Yeah, it's already old. That's gotta be Cam Clark, right? Though, our voice. And he is like, I don't know, not Charlie Adler, but I'm sure I've heard his voice before too. That's rad. Sierra getting into it with some cool voice actors. I love
Once
it.
the heart of a thriving business district, there's not much left of beautiful downtown Course Gold now.
No, I wanted to click
Once the
the tumbleweed.
Rolling,
All right.
rolling, rolling. Got to keep on rolling.
Who does that voice line? Not the usual narrator, right?
Once the heart of a
Yeah.
You are surprised to see Billy, the town handyman, boarding up the Dirty Sheet Hotel.
The Dirty Sheet, huh? Not a lot of marketing meetings about the name of that business.
You've always assumed the Golden Balls Saloon must once have been a pawn shop. Sam Andreas has a tough time keeping these large plate glass windows intact since he's developed a habit of throwing rowdies out through them.
Oh, that's a promise. Somebody's gonna get thrown through that.
Many an early morning customer of yours has spent the night sleeping on these well-stained boards.
Oh, I wanted to click on the horse post. Can we click on the barrel?
Rain barrels are such an important aspect of life in an arid, drought-scourged landscape like this. Water running off the building's roofs is channeled through gutters and downspouts into storage. Oh, wait a minute. This is just no whiskey barrel. Forget it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The Dirty Sheet, yeah, I mean, if you name your hotel that, you know, don't have a lot of business prospects in mind, I guess. Oh, I see. There is a tiny little red dot right at the tip of the boot, right in the middle of the glasses, into the finger. All right, that's nice. So it does tell us right exactly where the active pixel is. Billy was this guy?
Billy, the town handyman and jack of all trades, is boarding up yet another coarse gold business. The Dirty Sheet Hotel, the finest hostelry in all of eastern Madera County. Okay, so maybe it was only the best after that other hotel was shut down, but in its day, the Dirty Sheet was really something.
Say, Billy, when did the old dirty sheet fold?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Farkas. Why, just yesterday. It was a surprise to me, too. Nobody told me nothing about it until they gave me these boards.
Okay.
Billy, the town handyman.
Say, Billy,
Oh, good.
Okay, all right. So one interaction, that's all right. Oh, awesome. This is classic Sierra, right? The border here for the screen. I love it.
Freddy Farkas, look what you all brought in with you. What's next? Honestly, I swan.
What did I bring in with me? That'll be the best ending. That will be the best ending if we can. If she just talks shit at us for the whole game, and at the end we come back with like, well, I got this here briefcase full of diamonds from that diamond mine. Now, Mama Meg, what you say you and me go drive ourselves off to Hawaii? Yes, I don't think we're gonna have the most sensitive depiction of Native Americans in the world here, or is he Chinese? Those are the headband seems kind of Native American, but I guess he's got a little Fu Manchu and the Ming Q hair.
Hop Sings,
Yeah.
have you put up those no pest strips yet?
Sorry, Mom. They're on order.
Right. So he's just got colorful bands there.
Freddy Farkas, look what you all...
Okay. Well, not the most sensitive depiction, I'm sure. But, yeah. Unsurprised.
Mom has stored some decorative empty bottles, plates, and those unique and wonderful air ferns she bought out of Pureed magazine on this high shelf.
Pureed magazine? Is that's a reference I'm not getting. Clever joke on something. I think it'd be like Better Homes and Saloons or something. Oh, Parade. Parade, of course. Pureed?
Flies in the summer, snow fleas in the winter. God, but I miss Missouri.
She did say Missouri. She's getting the accent right.
This is a bottle of Mom's home-pressed apple cider. Mom is merciless to those poor apples. As she turns the press, she screams, "Die, you suckers, die!"
Oh, this voice actress is probably one we've heard a million times before. God, I wish I remembered all of their names. She's probably the dominatrix cow in Toonstruck, right? Yeah, Missouri. The honeymoon is
in the summers.
going to Kansas City, Missouri. Hey, Chad, good to see you, my friend. I live. I needed about 48 hours or so to be awake for more than 8 hours at a time to have any energy at all. It was, I needed a strong recharge after heavy bouts of travel. Was not used to exercising that much, even if it was just walking 12 hours a day, but damn. If you ever make one of these games, Meg ending, yeah, best point and click ending here. You find the cafe, the diner owner who's just the gruff and gritty lady. Who you come to the end of the game, you give her a diamonds ring, a handful of diamonds, and you walk out arm in arm. The last line is hers, where she says, Grotty gal. Where's the tip? Where's the service? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent game. That was an excellent game. All right, we got all the ingredients for everything. It's red apple cider. That's interesting. I don't remember seeing red apple cider, but I'd still try it. That looks good. Corn and beans. Everything else they serve here, I'm guessing.
P&W corn. Firm, crisp kernels that look as good coming out as they do going in.
Poop jokes. We got it. Poop jokes. There it is. We've had erection jokes, poop jokes, and poor racial stereotypes. So there we go. Yeah, poop goals. We've hit it. We've hit pure 90s comedy right here. Oh.
It's an old empty can of P&W beans. The firm, crisp beans that smell as savory on the way out as they do on the way in.
And fart jokes. My bad. How could I have forgotten fart jokes? Was I even alive in the 90s? How could I miss fart jokes? Oh.
Damn flies! This place is like a stable.
Oh yeah, the Golden Idol. That one,
Fharkas, look!
I've been looking at that one for a while, and it was just on sale recently, so, or like in the past 24 hours or something, I think. So I was like, ooh, definitely get that. Yeah, I really want to play that Case of the Golden Idol. Plus, I think it has like 2 sequels now too. Very cool looking game. Yeah, I love that they went. So all the other framings devices of the scenes that we've seen have been like diegetic, right? They've been like in the world. So if it's a cave, the framing is like cave-like, right? Or if it's a city, it's a fence or whatever, you know, things like that. And this is just pure like, look, it's a painting, and that's really fun. That's like. They've gone to that one extra step. It's very Sierra, right? To go a little more meta with it too.
Flies in the summer.
So that's pretty fun. I do like this framing a lot. It's really cool. Oh, okay. It's 2 DLCs for the Case of the Golden Idol, and then the sequels, Rise of the Golden Idol. And it also has the awesome. Well, wow, a lot of content. Love it. I'm super happy that kind of like, where the game is one big puzzle. I love that idea. I really enjoy that. I really like, those are just super fun puzzles, and it's amazing to see those in game form, right? And kind of like unbelievable that it took us this long to like try to figure out that that is a really cool thing to do. Although maybe I'm overstating it. Maybe like detective games and stuff were always like that. You need to draw a bit like I don't think they're worried a lot about saving on the art budget, you know what I mean? There's still like a lot going on. It's Sierra. This is where they've got, you know, their reputation on the line is for making good-looking games, right? So this is maybe a little bit saves them some time, but I think it's just a really fun, smart decision. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm super looking forward to Golden Idol then. Super looking forward to it. It does sound cool. And like I said, I love the idea. I love that it's this cool indie kind of thing. Seems like art has always been one of the cheaper parts of making games because there are a ton of beautiful games that play like crap. Well, especially like, you know, back in the day, the concepts of game design were not so thick on the ground, right? It wasn't so steady. They weren't so steady. If you wanted to make a game, you were probably like one guy with an idea or a couple of people with an idea, and if it didn't work out well,
Sorry, Mom.
you didn't necessarily have like a lot of playtesters who were gonna tell you this isn't working. It was more like, no, this is my plan. It's gotta be like this.
Sorry, Mom.
Lady, please give me a minute to ramble. But I'm happy that we've got so many beautiful games in the retro category. Yeah. Yes, that has been a common theme in retro games. I'm sure now as well. Just because now it's very clear, clear what sells big games, right? Is like you gotta have a good aesthetic, number one, because that's what sells. That's what you put in the advertisements, is having a strong aesthetic. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Old Skies. Right, you were telling me about that. I probably already have put it on wish lists and whatnot, but I will.
How'd you put up those no pest?
I will double check to make sure that I get Old Skies too, because that's Wajidai thumbs up. Hell yeah. Yes, that's the trade-off, right? With old stuff, even if there is a lot of like, what the hell are they doing here? This is the worst game design ever. There was probably a little more daringness, a little more adventure in game design. At least in terms of percentages. You know, nowadays there's a trillion, you know, whatever it is, 5,000 games a month released on Steam. So I'm sure there's an incredible amount of innovation that we just never get to see because it's just lost in the deluge now. Hard to find anything. Yeah, no, I totally trust Wajidai. I totally trust that they've got you know, something up their sleeve. I don't think they're still an indie company, right? So they've got a lot riding on each of their releases. So I believe them. I'm totally on board. Rosewater. Oh, it would be cool to have more. I'll write down Rosewater. I'll check that. It'd be cool to have more weird consoles, right? Like, I hadn't thought about that, but I loved, like, I like the DS, the Game Boy DS, how goofy that was. And I totally appreciate how Nintendo still kind of like goofs around with these ideas, still kind of treats video games like toys, and like how weird and strange having two screens was and what that meant. I would love if there was some kind of ecosystem of consoles where people were just like, hey, you know that N64 controller? I think that I had a good idea. Let me iterate on that a little bit and just see where that goes. Even if it's totally not viable.
It's an
Nope. All right. Rosewater. I'll check out Rosewater. You played most of Cave Story 3DS? Oh man. Have you been trying to play it in 3D? Because that shit was insane. Yeah. You've. Oh, okay, good. Don't play it. I've probably said it a million times, but I worked at Nintendo for a month for a summer doing game testing on the 3DS. And we were supposed to test it in 3D, and no one could do it because it was like, you could do it for like an hour and then you'd have to like take 5 minutes and walk away from the computer and just be like, oh my God, my brain feels like there's like a railroad spike in my head. It was that 3D. I love that they tried. I love that they tried to put 3D in it, but it was not functional. Yeah. No. I worked at Nintendo. I did not work for Nintendo. Big difference. People who work for Nintendo got respect. I was a game tester.
Damn flies.
I was a beta tester. Yeah. And that was we did not get respect. Get a lot of like people just kind of looking to the side of me when they were talking at me. Like were like, yeah, sure. You try to introduce. I'm gonna walk out of here. You try to introduce yourself, and there would be. You try to introduce yourself, and people would just be like, "Oh, Al Lowe, awesome! I did not know Al Lowe, but hey. Well, we'll talk to her in a minute." But yeah. Well, thank you for respecting me. It was an interesting experience, I'll tell you, because I was working with Pull to Win, which is a Japanese beta testing company, and that was their first. This is their first United States venture, right? Just the first time they did anything in the U.S. And like it was mostly a shit show. In that there were 2 leads. One of them was fired because he was, he decided to go off his meds. And the other one was an incredible guy in that he was literally could not write a complete sentence and would talk to me like, hey, I need to write up this bug that I just found. Can you help me? He had like multiple years of experience, 2, 3 more years of experience in beta testing than anyone else, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't write a complete sentence. He didn't know what he was supposed to do, but like he was incredible because you sat him down in like a meeting with our bosses and shit, and he would just like he would be the slickest motherfucker you've ever seen. And he's just a young guy. He was like 25 or something. He was just like totally like talking to them like, oh yeah, I feel like we're achieving all our goals. We've got all of these steps ahead of us, but I feel like our team is strong and we're well prepared to take on the future. Just like, I can't even do it, but he was just the slickest motherfucker. And I think I probably busted him because I was telling people there like, he's not getting shit done, I had to narc. I'm not a lot. I don't feel like I did it bad, but I definitely was telling everybody there like I'm carrying this team because I was, not to toot my own horn. And I was like super excited because those guys were leaving and this was a new company coming in to the United States with this complete new thing, and I'm like, I could do this. Beta testing is very clean and clear. It's got a cool creative side where you're trying to like bug fix stuff, and it's got a cool analytical side, which I feel like I could really do well. They were talking to me like, that's great. We're putting you in charge now for the rest of this project. And there's going to be, we're going to bring new people in. There's definitely going to be managerial stuff coming into here, and we like what you're doing. Keep doing this. We trust you, and yada yada. I'm like, awesome. I can get in like some at least ass man, assistant manager kind of position or whatever equivalent. And they totally blew me off for that, and then hired people outside to come in and do that. And I was like, this is not fun. Everyone here treats me like shit. I thought I was getting a better deal than I was. My back was hurting like hell because I'd never had a desk job before. So it was an interesting, I don't even talk about the games. It was an interesting 3 or 4 months or whatever. Yeah. All right. It's all right. All right. I'm sorry I've been ignoring you, chat, so I could ramble. Don't sell myself short. It's always important to make sure Shigeru Miyamoto has his coffee. If I could make coffee, I would give Shiggy-chan some coffee. That would be the worst job ever. He does seem goofy nice, right? Is that true? Is he really like that funny, goofy, nice character that he has? I don't know. I hope so. I hope he's a cool guy. You once worked with a dude who was so bad at talking and writing, I was like, maybe English is a second language. Yes, you know what I mean. Then one day he idly mentioned his dad was an English professor. Guy was incompetent in about every way, but was nice. Okay. Yeah, it's like, I get it. You know, if you're good at some things, you're not necessarily good at other things, especially when it comes to weirdly picky stuff like math and English and whatnot. It just blew my mind that this guy was dealing with, that was his job, to write a report, you know, step by step. This is the bug I found. This is how I did it. And that's it, right? Like, that's it. And he was just having, God, I had a really funny senior year of high school where I was taking advanced placement English or whatever, and everybody hated the teacher. So halfway through the semester, all of the kids dropped except for 6 people. All of the boys. All of the girls dropped the class. And all the boys were too dumb and stayed anyway. Because you only had to do half a semester to qualify for like this AP test that gets you college credit, yada, yada, yada. But only the boys stayed. And there was one guy who was like, so how did he get into advanced placement English? We don't know. So so whenever there was a moment, the teacher was like, okay, everybody, we need to go back for a second and we can go talk about whatever goofy ass book we were reading then. But I need to make sure that all you students have just a kind of good, solid foundation on how to write an essay. So, will everyone please go up to the board and just write one complete sentence? And everybody could do that, except Randy. And even before that happened, we all knew it was Randy who was not going to be able to do a complete The sentence he wrote, I will remember this forever, was "The wonderful minds of students." Period. Not a complete sentence, Randy. That's a sentence fragment. What are my thoughts on the Switch 2? I don't know. I think it was just announced, right? That's kind of like all I know about it. I'm kind of like really weirded out about the concept of the Switch in that it's a handheld and a console, right? You can switch it. That's the deal. That's a cool idea. But like the only games I think I've played on it are Mario Kart, which is great, and then the 2 Mario Odyssey and Zelda, the first Breath of the Wild, right? That's the first Zelda. And it's weird that they are so similar in form and format, right? They're both clearly handheld games. You play them for 5 minutes, you get a pat on the back, right? In Mario, you get a new little thing you can put your hat on and possess. You get a new little puzzle, you beat the little puzzle, you get a star. And in Zelda, it's like it's also a different kind of like environmental puzzle or a little base that you have to beat, you know, monsters you have to kill in their little tiny base. And like, I really like the Mario, and I have played like an hour of the Mario and maybe 4 hours of the Zelda because I didn't own a Switch. but I really wanted to like that Zelda, but it never worked for me. It just really made me go, ah, because all of the puzzles felt really kind of janky and silly. Like, you come to 3 statues, 3 little Jizo statues. They each have a little basket in front of them. 2 of the baskets have an apple in them. How do you solve this puzzle? And it was like... And all of the dungeons that you actually find, apparently there are big dungeons, which is great, and I love it, and I think they're amazing, probably. I've never seen the big dungeons in that Zelda, but the little dungeons all look the same. They have like a gimmick or 2. They feel like sketches, right? Something that's not thrown into a big dungeon. And that's a huge heartbreak for me for a Zelda game, right? Because I really love the dungeon design more than I care for like the overworld design. So I have weirdly like troubled feelings about Breath of the Wild, but I don't have a lot of experience with it. So, and that's kind of my thoughts on the Switch, the whole idea that it's a console and a handheld, or it's a handheld console and a stationary, a mobile console. It's like, does that work? Or are we getting subpar Zelda games out of it? I'm just goofing off, I guess. I don't really know much about it, but it seems like it seems very daring, but also that's what Nintendo did best, right? Was handhelds, so that's where they've always run the market. Animal Crossing got you through COVID? I believe it. It's one of those solid little games, right? I don't know a lot about those either. I've never big into farming sims, but Minecraft, I understand. Like all of those really chill out. I love chill out games. So Animal Crossing, certainly fun and calming, tranquilizing, right? In all the good ways. $500 for Switch. Wait, $500? It's $500 for a Switch 2? Wow. Inflation finally hitting, man. I can't believe video game consoles were ever less than that. Like, man. Cause they were like Super Nintendo wasn't that $300 when it came out for that plus Mario and 2 controllers? Like that was ridiculous. $90 per game with inflation, yeah, with inflation. I'm sure that $50 then is like $90 now, right? And N64 games were even higher. Oh, and N64 didn't have a secondary market. I remember that because I always, I think the first used game I got was Wizards and Warriors 1 for $5, and that blew my mind because it was so cheap and that game is so amazing. And I like the story, my first console, the story of my first console was that I wanted a Nintendo so badly. I saved up for about 2 years, I think. 2 years to buy a console, an NES, and that was NES with 1 controller, no Duck Hunt Mario, just the basic one. I think that was like 120 or 150, something like that. I saved up for that and 2 games. And no, I saved up for that and 1 game. And then when I got it, my parents also bought my little brother a video game for it, which like drove me insane because I spent 2 years saving up for this system of my money, and they bought him a game for free. Being an older brother is torture. But I saved up for 2 years, and my parents were like, no, we don't really want a video game console in this house. We think you're better off reading or whatever. And we don't want, video games make you violent and worship the devil or whatever. And I told my parents, I have the money. It is currently in my hand. I know exactly how much this costs with tax. I did the math. And if you don't take me to go buy a Nintendo and Chippendale Rescue Rangers, I will hitch a ride. My 7-year-old ass will go onto the street and I will hitch a ride to the Kmart to buy this. And I guess eventually they changed their mind. Because I don't remember actually hitching a ride, so. No, I think at that point I was still like fighting with my parents about reading. I did a weird thing where I was such a little shit ass kid. Where my parents were like, we're gonna teach you to read, you know, it's very easy. We're gonna go over, you know, see Jane run, Jane and Spot rob a bank or whatever, you know what I mean? Basic simple shit. And I would like not even look at the page. I would memorize what they said and just say it back to them so that I didn't have to learn how to read. Until like one day I was like, I don't even know. They don't even know how I learned to read, but I was like right up there like, oh, look, it's Judy Blume, Beezus and Ramona. I was big into Beezus and Ramona. And like from that, I went right into Dragonlance novels. And they were like, where did you learn how to read? And I have no idea. I don't know. But yeah, Dragonlance novels was where I was like, ooh, I could read shit. Oh God, they're so bad though. I can't go back. Yeah, and Dungeons and Dragons was good reading material back in the day, man. Yeah, I almost hopped a ride on the ice cream cart, the ice cream truck, just to buy myself some DuckTales or Chippendale. It's one or the other. That was one of the first games I got, was a Disney game. It was either DuckTales or Chippendale. And my parents bought my little brother The Adventures of Rad Gravity. And those were the first 2 video games we ever owned. Yeah. All right. Should we harass some people out on the street? Let's see who these are.
That's Ima Flirt, the lunchroom lady. Of course, since the schoolhouse only consists of one room, there's not much for Ima to do but waltz around town waiting for someone to build a cafeteria. Nice work if you can get it.
It was, yeah. The Adventures...
Howdy, ma'am.
She smiles at you. If your heart didn't already belong to Penelope, you might be tempted to ask her to join you for a glass of sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla! Woo, dog. Oh yeah, Adventures of Red Gravity. I don't know. That was a weird game, impossible to parse for, you know, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, but we did it. I think we even beat the Adventures of Rad Gravity at one time or other. That was, what a funky, weird, bizarre little thing that is. But it was, I don't know. I assume it's probably, that game is probably one of the reasons why I like say, screw reading manuals. Let's go and just screw around and see what we find, and who knows what's gonna happen, you know? I like it better where you have no clue what's gonna happen next, and that game delivered on that. That's for sure. Okay, so we got I'm a Flirt, Adventures of Rad Gravity. It is a goofy little game. It has a fun art style where your character has it's like super deformed. He's like 60-70% head and a tiny little body. He's got a little laser sword that just goes. It's a really tiny little pathetic little zippy bit of light that comes out of his chest when you attack. Mixed Up Mother Goose. Is that Sierra too? That's computer, right? That's PC. I'm pretty sure that we also played video computer games at the library. I remember I have strong memories of the Black Cauldron, playing the Black Cauldron at the library. Also with my brother, probably, you know, shouting and fighting at each other. saying, no, 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 use the stick on the cauldron, use the rock on the cauldron, what are you doing? And like probably being asked to leave the library because we were shouting and cursing and hitting. That was Street Sierra PC. Yeah, I don't know too well the infotainment, the edutainment games. I was not except for, you know, of course, Oregon Trail. I had a special hatred in my heart for anything that tried to teach me something when I was a kid. Like of course now I can tell you, you know, Sesame Street was amazing. It's a wonderful, you know, program, whatever. You know, great for kids. It's very entertaining. But at the time, I would be like, "Are you talking down to me? What the hell do you mean? This program was brought to you by the letter H. Do you think I don't know what the letter H is? You think I'm stupid?" You know, I'd have a real attitude about people trying to teach me things. I was a shitty kid. Yeah, Oregon Trail, man. Good stuff. Wow. Woo! Speaking of nostalgia games, yeah. Big Bird, you're too nice! Where's your spine? I just wished everybody was like Oscar the Grouch and shitting on each other or something. Oh. Okay. We go back in a moment. I want to talk to this guy on the horse here. Who is this?
Many an early morning.
No.
Why, he's with the Pony Express.
Okay, I guess I should.
You can't think of anything to say to that.
No time. Gotta deliver the mail.
Okay. All right. Well, that wasn't exciting, but.
Ah, scratching right there sure feels good, eh, Freddy?
Okay, I meant to hit the door. All right, here we go. Let's talk to Mom. Oh, what is this stuff?
It's an old empty can of P&W beans.
Fart joke. No, what is this? What this massive gray right here? What is that? That's not the lid of the beans. It's like something on top of the tablecloth.
It's an old empty can.
No, just talk to me about beans.
It's Mom's Cafe, owned by Helen Back, the surliest mom in the West.
Hell and Back. Cute.
Rumor has it that Helen Back keeps the heads of her 3 dead husbands somewhere behind the Melmac plates and dishes in that china cabinet.
Oh, she's a Black Widow, huh? Wow.
Helen Back, proprietor of Mom's Cafe, is better known as Mom.
Yeah, let's go for it. Hey, lady. Helen, how you doing?
Morning, Helen.
Freddy Pharkas, since when are we on a first-name basis? Only my closest friends may call me Helen. You and I are acquaintances, nothing more. Therefore, you should address me as Mom.
Land's sake, I'm sorry, Mom?
That's better. Now, what you want?
Well, when I remember, I'll let you know.
Honestly, some people.
Sheesh, okay. Well, we'll try not to fall in love right away.
Maggots crawling through the door and flies circling the ceiling. Hooey, what's this town coming to?
I dig her voice acting.
These swinging doors lead to the kitchen. It's Hopalong Singh, Helen's faithful cook from the Far East. He used to work as a professional chef for a chain of Ponderola restaurants.
Ponderola. Is that a joke I'm not getting to?
Nobody goes into my kitchen without my permission. Nobody, you hear?
Whoa.
Heed her warning. The last customer who crossed Mom ended up on the blue plate special.
Red text. We got red. Ponderosa. Okay, Ponderosa steak. I should have guessed Ponderosa, but I don't know if I've heard of the Ponderosa Steakhouse. Thank you. Thank you, Chapoy J.
Howdy, Hop. How's the restaurant business?
Pretty slow. Not much business. Seem like town closing up and blowing away.
You've noticed that too, have you?
Oh yes, first old abandoned mine, then assay office, then post office, then toll and tin shop, then theater, yesterday hotel. What next?
Well, I intend to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe hurry before mom's next to go. Hop Sing not want to lose his job.
Cool frames that they have around their faces. Yeah, Ponderosa is... Isn't that a character? Man, oh. Okay. Do we get a new credit each time we go in and out of the door? And new characters to chat with? Or...
Once the heart of a
okay, anyway.
Rover earned his name the hard way. He lives from paw to mouth all around town.
Paw to mouth. Rough.
And just how long have you had this desire to talk with inanimate objects?
I was trying to click the dog, Doctor.
And just how...
Okay. Hop Sing was the cook on Bonanza. Oh, okay. Dang, you guys. Oh, Maxwell Willis. Good to see you, my friend. I think that's your first time. First couple of times chatting in here. I don't think I failed to greet you earlier. I think good to see you now. Yeah, we missed clicking on the dog somehow. Hop Sing was the cook on Bonanza. Okay. Yeah, all right. Now I'm getting a feeling that there's going to be quite a few references here I'm not going to get. Westerns are not necessarily my strong suit. And you know, Al Lowe likes to go hard in the old school references, huh? Oh, hey, we stopped this kid. Interesting. We have collision. How low can he go? Thank you, Shaboy J. Relevant. God, what was that? That was a kick, right? The copy, not the copy protection, the age restriction on Leisure Suit Larry, which is just questions about the Nixon administration. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
It's Ezekiel Andrew Washington Madison Johnson Hallelujah, the preacher's kid.
Oh, no, that explains the name. What's the good news?
Well, I ain't got no time. I put peanut butter in the offering plate. Now my pa's after me. He said I was wasting good peanut butter.
All right, also Cam Clark. Okay, so let's go to the Golden Balls. See what the balls have to offer us. Oh, we're stuck. Cool animation. Awesome. Look at that. Ooh, they got a roulette. Oh my lord. Look at that table. Who is this cat? Wow, this place is amazing. Again, hats off to Sierra for the art, right?
It's a moose head, the only domestic brand Sam serves.
Is that a Canadian beer, Moosehead?
This is the Wheel of Fortune table. Guess the right number and Sam will tell you your fortune. This dice game is known as Chuck-a-Luck. Since you're living in Corscoal, you've apparently chucked your luck already.
Yeah.
This roulette table is for casino night. Looks like somebody scratched, and badly too.
Yeah, a lot of scratch. Can we look at his drink?
It's Doc's whiskey glass, mostly empty right now. It's old Doc Dizzy Gillespie. He's been drinking again. Must be office hours.
Okay. Doesn't look a lot like the Dizzy Gillespie I know, but okay.
This is another of the saloon's rugged, rough-hewn tables. It's reserved for down-on-their-luck losers, imbeciles, sad sacks, hopeless cases, and deadbeats. That is to say, general admission. 3 mean-looking hombres sit up close to the stage. Upon closer examination, you see that they're drinking wine spritzers. Maybe they're not so mean after all.
Hard to be a rough and tumble buckaroo when you go up to the bar and order a Zima, huh?
This is a chandelier. Most nights you can find at least 1 or 2 drunken rowdy cowhands swinging from this thing. Business must be a mite slow today. This is the world-famous Golden Ball stage. Most days you can find major vaudeville acts here bringing their own unique brands of music, comedy, dance, and magic to the deserving folks of Corsgold. Some of the more popular acts include The Amazing Baloney, Bruce the Singing Sachet and Cowboy, Mimi, Dottie, and Franny, the singing Siamese triplets with a little back trouble, and Young Dogies in Love.
Young Dogies in Love, all right.
It's Neville Shute, the piano player. He's doing the best he can. This honky-tonk piano is 82.5 keys of pure musical entertainment.
82.5 keys, I like it.
It appears to be a tiny picture of some field mice playing poker.
Okay.
A beautiful mural from the starving artists of Oxnard. They used to hold sales a couple of times a year over in the lobby of the Dirty Sheet Hotel. Sam has stocked the bar with every brand of cheap rot gut listed in the Mr. Fresno's Saloon Keeper Guide. De Viper venom-flavored schnapps, Granny's Walker Black, MD 20W40, Cuddly Shark blended botched whiskey, Wild Smoked Turkey, Harold's Bristle Cream Slurry, oh, and a bottle of David Bowie, a sweetened liqueur.
David Bowie, a sweet liqueur. Okay.
Sam Andreas owns and runs the Golden Ball Saloon. He's smart, savvy, and generous to a fault. Sam Andreas's burnished Maplewood Bar is the one bar to belly up to when you're bellying up to more than one.
All right.
Well, if it ain't Sam Andreas, the bartender's bartender.
If it's not, I'm having a severe identity crisis.
How the heck are you?
Tolerably well. Yourself?
Can't complain. Pharmacy business seems to be pretty good lately.
Ah, well, the pharmacy business has always been a little too interesting for me to hear about, so, don't be a stranger.
I like how each portrait has something coming out of the frame, like Freddy's little bow tie and his cup.
Say, Sam, I think I'll take an Ovaltine.
In a cracked glass?
Yes, with a hair in it, too.
And the usual lipstick smear on the glass?
Yep, and a ring of dried soap around the inside lip.
On a coaster?
No, I like leaving rings on your bar.
Rocks with that?
No, but some ice cubes would be nice.
Oh, we're out of ice cubes.
Then I'll take it straight.
Out of Ovaltine, too.
Oh, well, okay. I'll check back later.
Feel free.
An odd exchange. At least we were grossed out by the dirty glass chat.
Play it, Neville.
Neville, in order not to lose track of the piece he's playing, says nothing. However, he raises his eyebrows as if to say, "Certainly, sir, I'll be happy to play whatever selection you'd care to hear. And what's more, I'll make this old piano sound like a whole orchestra."
Would you like to change the background music? My sweet cranky old mom. Oh, there's to mom. Sing Song Blue? Zircon Jim's theme? I feel like these have got to be references I'm not getting. When you say blood? Okay, oh, say sunrise, sunset. I can get that one. Gunrise, gunset. The Varmint of Baghdad. Hot lead in the old town tonight. Okay, I got that one. I've grown accustomed to your ace. All right, I know it. Revolution number 9.
Welcome to Course Gold, strangers. I haven't seen you around these parts before. You new in town?
You hear the unmistakable sound of grinding and cracking teeth. You hear the splitting, tearing sound of 6 severely chapped lips curling up in ugly sneers. You hear the pop of knuckles as 3 trigger fingers flex in readiness. You decide your friendly offhand comments have been misinterpreted.
Okay, let's not chat with those guys. I wonder how many of the songs that he'll play are just regular background tracks we'll hear later. And how many are just here. Okay. That's not actually sunrise, sunset. Okay. So they're probably all background music. Now we know. That's a fun little synth sting there.
Doc! Hey, Doc!
Huh? What's that?
Are you drunk again?
Me? Drunk? Never. I'm as sober as the day I was plowed off my ass. I mean, the day I was born.
You okay?
This looks suspiciously like a door.
Okay. Should we let the doc drink?
It's a hat rack where the patrons hang their hats, coats, gun belts, and the occasional short stranger.
Should we start stealing hats?
It wouldn't do to be caught walking off with somebody's hat, coat, gun belt, or whatever.
All right, can we play anything?
There's nothing on the table worth taking. And the table itself isn't even worth taking.
Really? Even the balls?
You've got more important things to do right now than play with those balls.
In the Golden Balls Saloon. I don't know.
Now's a bad time to go for a spin. You've got responsibilities. It's way out of reach, just like prosperity.
Yeah, let us do something. Let's start pushing people around.
Don't you touch me, Freddy Fharkas. I'm sterile, and I don't need your help.
Okay, Doc, just take it easy.
And Happy New Year to you, George Bailey, in jail.
Oh no, he thinks he's Lionel Barrymore. It happens once in a while.
Oh God. Are there gonna be some like real references to stage plays? Man, this is Al Lowe. He's too dank for me. He is too dank for me. God, he goes deep. He goes deep cuts with these references, I'm sure. All right, let's push these gunslingers.
You don't want to touch these hombres. They don't look like they're into close physical contact.
Oh, come on.
You don't want to touch.
All right. Ah, we can't go back here. Ooh. Okay, Bob Gleason, you did a hell of a job, sir.
A gnarled old tree grows next to the synagogue and stretches up, forming a canopy over the yard.
Cool. Yeah, we've got a frontier synagogue. I love it. Get some representation in here, right? Along with the whole hop along.
There are a few assorted old trunks sitting on top of Dad Gum's wagon.
Dad Gum. I guess I just got that.
There are a few assorted...
Oh, okay. What is this?
Wow, some of Dad Gum's magic elixir. This stuff can be used to cure a wide variety of conditions, the foremost being sobriety.
Cures sobriety. I like that.
Dad Gum's traveling medicine show wagon sits nearby, awaiting the return of Dad Gum and the start of the traveling medicine show season.
There's a season for it.
Score! You surreptitiously swipe the elixir, looking around to see if anybody's watching. Fortunately, nobody is.
That was it. That was our first point. 1 out of 999. Did it announce that? Did I hear that right? Did someone go, score? How do I even come up with Freddy Pharkas to play at this point? It's always been there. You know, it's always been one of those things that have been, you know, we could have played at any time. It's kind of like right up the alley of what we've been doing on the channel anyway. I probably hadn't been doing it because it didn't seem like it fit into like when we did all of the space quests. It was cool to do all those as a block. And it didn't seem like I could fit it into something like that, and otherwise it was just a little too mainstream, or a little too this or a little too that or whatever. But it felt right now because I'm trying to ease back into it, you know, trying to see if I still got the energy to do this, and if I'm gonna go run to the bathroom for a half hour again or whatever, you know, just kind of like easing me back into the swing of things. And also, you know, it does fit. It does fit the oeuvre, right? It does fit what I like to do, retro point and clicks. So, oh, it was probably on sale, and then I saw that, you know, and was like, hey, yeah, seemed appropriate and easy to get into, and you know, popular enough maybe that other people might look at that and be like, I've heard of that, but don't know a lot about it. I'm interested. I'll watch this weirdly cinnamon colored stranger play this game for a minute and maybe enjoy it. So, yeah.
You can't reach them. There's nothing in them. They're not your property. They'd crumble if you touch them. Basically, you're too lazy.
Okay. All right, we can't steal his bags.
The Reverend's house is locked and shuttered. Who's minding the church?
Oh, this is the Reverend, huh?
It's the roof of Reverend Cy Hallelujah's house.
Cy Hallelujah, that's a cool name. Oh, is this a thing?
There's an ice pick stuck into a barrel here.
Okay, random ice pick. I'll take that.
Score! You pull the ice pick out of the barrel and gingerly place it in your pocket. Just don't bend over suddenly or you'll circumcise yourself. Of course, that won't be any skin off your nose.
Yeah, I don't think you use ice picks to circumcise, but don't worry, it sounds terrifying enough.
Don't bother trying to open the barrels. They're empty. There's nothing left but the smell. Some old empty half kegs are sitting outside the saloon.
Okay. Who is this guy?
This window looks in on the kitchen of Mom's Cafe.
Oh, this is Hopalong?
Hopalong sings in the kitchen, cooking up a storm or something equally inedible.
Okay. I guess just have the coffee at Mom's.
This is the back of Mom's Cafe. She used to have a door here instead of a window, but nobody wanted to come in Mom's rear entry. Hey, stop thinking that.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. We went there. Woo. We got it. We had the fart jokes, we had the poop jokes, we had all of the rest of the 90s stuff, and we just got anal sex joke. Wow. Taking that extra step there. Woohoo! Jeez. Yep. Well, this is Mom, not Grandma. So, who knows? Maybe this is Gabriel Knight's grandma. Maybe this is how she starts.
A colorful poster for Nun Style Beer hangs on the back of Mom's cafe. Nun Style Beer, pure brewed in God's country. Now in redeemable bottles.
Nun Style Beer. God, how do I not get the beer reference?
Somebody posted a flyer here trying to convince the town council to bring co-ed rodeo to the San Joaquin Valley.
San Joaquin, that's San Joaquin, right? I got that. Can we talk to...
Howdy, Hopalong.
Freddy Focus, you cannot hang around my kitchen. Go away, get lost.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
Okay.
The sign says simply, rooms, referring to the Dirty Sheet Hotel.
Oh, we can sneak in this way, huh? Up on the second floor?
The blue sign is advertising large, clean rooms daily and weekly. No wonder the Dirty Sheet Hotel closed. They advertised the competition. Hung crookedly on the side of the hotel is an advertisement for Atticus's Bathhouse, a local institution that didn't last a year. Folks in coarse gold have traditionally been fiercely proud of how unwashed they are.
Yeah, it's a pretty corny accent. Not something we're really welcoming nowadays. That's for sure. It's low effort, based on stereotype rather than based off of anything more authentic. And I'm not sure that there's a huge market for cartoonish representations of racial stereotypes anymore. Yeah.
This is the back of what once was the Dirty Sheet Hotel. Now it's the Dirty Sheet hangout for vagrants, hobos, and bums. When you think about it, nothing much changed except the prices.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush to go back to the old way when it comes to that specifically. I think we're okay putting the brakes on that for a while anyway. I'd love to get to the point where everybody can make fun of everybody else and we're all a big happy family. But I don't feel like that's how things are going at the moment, you know. Whoa, who's this cat?
Once the heart of a peering between every crack in the hotel's board sidewalk makes you bored yourself. Peering Main Street.
Couldn't get him. Well, he was a tall drink of water too.
You do your peepin' Freddy routine.
Oh, right. That was the first thing we did. Is this a door?
You do your peepin' Freddy routine. Rubbing your finger on the hotel window barely removes any dirt. Apparently there was more dirt going on inside than outside. Rubbing your finger on the...
No.
Rubbing your...
Alright, can't get in there, I guess. Can we walk off this way? No. Alright, well, we found a new area. That's interesting, and there's whoever that guy is. We'll go bug him. This is a fun way to do it, right? The credits, just one at a time. Just drip feeding you the credits. This is new. Hello.
It's Barbara Mandrill and the Bobettes, stars of Stage, Screen, and Barnyard.
Stage, Screen, and Barnyard. I get it. Okay, can we Can we say hi?
Shear it off. Shear it all off.
God. Let's just... Do we want to try to poke him, or are we embarrassed enough that that's gonna, like... All right, we'll try it. God.
Don't touch them, you'll throw off their timing. Besides, the lanolin will make your hands soft and squishy like a girl's.
I'm getting flashbacks to the dirty barnyard animals of Toonstruck. Whoa. All right, well, so far, can I leave? How do I leave? Uh-oh. Is this a door?
Welcome to Sam Andreas's Golden Balls Saloon. He was going to call it Sam Andreas's Nugget, but decided that had disgusting sexual overtones.
What is this?
It's the Wheel of Fortune, used mostly on the Golden Balls Wednesday casino night. But don't come in on Tuesday, that's kink night. They strap Whitland Willie to the Wheel of Fortune and, oh, never mind, you don't want to know.
Allo!
That's Sam's property.
Allo just needed to get way more laid, right? Like, he's got some backup. Some blockage there it's gone to his brain. I was not expecting kinky barnyard animals, that's for sure. All right, let me out. How do I leave? I think Al Lowe's fetish is just talking about sex obliquely, right? Do you ever actually get laid in Leisure Suit Larry? Oh, you do, and he kills you. Right? You get the glowing junk disease. Or I suppose you have to use condom first. That's right. So maybe you can get laid. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. Didn't know if I was gonna escape that or not. Ruben Huante. Cool name. Yeah, Al Lowe's. I think he just wanted to giggle about everything and just chat about it. I don't know if he's got any real other fetish other than making video games about sex, right? I hope he's a satisfied man, but seems like he's got a big axe to grind when it comes to frustration, huh?
The remains of the Sugar Pine and Coarse Gold's engineer's shack lie rotting on the south side of Main Street.
Man, this place is falling apart.
The remains of the
What is that? Railroad crossing? All right, here we go.
You're here at the busy corner of Balance Street, which runs north-south, and Main Street, well, it's usually busy. Well, it was busy once.
All right, so that's the premise. This place is biting the bullet.
This wagon has been lying here in this sad state of disrepair ever since Mr. Leach, the carriage maker, headed back east to Detroit.
Okay.
Here stands the only bank in town, the First Bank of Bob. The founder must have had a hard time coming up with an original name for his establishment. Here stands the only...
Okay.
Matt Shaker is shaking his doormat out the window again. It's best not to walk underneath.
Is that a puzzle? Is anything coming off? No.
Here stands...
Oh, okay.
Smithy keeps some hay baled up here just for while the horses are in the shop.
Smithy the blacksmith. Well, that's easy.
Under the village chestnut tree, the spreading Smithy stands. Oh, wait, that's not how it goes.
Hello, and your references. This is gonna melt my skull. I'm so bad at references.
Under the village chestnut tree, the spreading Smithy stands. Oh, wait, that's not how it goes.
No, I don't even think I have any clue on that. what that's a reference to.
Apparently, most of the lower half of the horse is in a chop shop somewhere in Los Angeles by now.
What? Someone stole his horse's hubcaps or something? What? Oh, it's up on cinder blocks. Ah, all right. Horse is up on cinder blocks. I get it.
Smithy is proud to have the biggest forge in the Sierra.
What is this?
For one brief, shining moment, there truly was a place called Cattle Lot.
Instead of Camelot. I got that.
Smithy the village blacksmith is a real hulk of humanity.
You know, Smithy, I've been wondering about that horse of yours. What happened?
Consarn neighborhood kids, you just can't leave anything outside at night anymore without 'em stripping it right down to the axles.
How's business, Smithy?
Flatter than cow plop, Pharkas. And you?
Actually, I'm doing okay. Not great, but I'm making it, in spite of this mild economic downturn we've been experiencing.
Bah, if I could find me a buyer, I'd unload this dump in a sec.
That a clue?
You know, Smithy,
Consarn,
how's
flatter than cow.
Actually, I'm doing okay. Not great, but I'm making it, in spite of this mild economic downturn we've been experiencing.
Bah, if I could find me a buyer, I'd unload this dump in a sec.
Okay, is that the premise? Are we gonna try to turn the town around economically? Because we're a pacifist, right? That's a cool way to go about it. That's what we said in the beginning. Freddy's already got his ears shot off and is like, nope, no more guns for me. And yeah, so how do you do a Western where your main character won't sling a 6-shooter? Interesting. Oh, there are people in here?
It's a velvet mural that depicts the driving of the Golden Spike as performed by a toreador and a couple of children with really big, sad eyes.
Is this a railroad car and that the railroad's called the Golden Spike?
You see the green flocked wallpaper, rough-hewn wood floor, and tin tile ceiling of the Bank of Bob, Course Gold's first and probably last financial institution.
Cool chandelier.
It's always nice to see a small town like Course Gold get some big city tackiness like this horrible chandelier.
Thanks, I wanted your opinion too. I've got security camera. The accordion camera. Awesome.
Phineas H. Balance has cleverly situated a newfangled box camera up in the corner to photograph customers. Only trouble is, most customers don't stand in place for 15 minutes. A masterful portrait of P.H. Balance's father, Bacillus Ophiclid Balance, or Bob for short. It's got a little plaque. Apparently it doesn't have time to brush between meals.
Ugh.
It's Phineas's file cabinet. One of the local plants has been pulled up and potted. It's P.H. Balance's clock, eternally set to 3:57 so that he can hustle people out of the bank with a, "We're closing in 5 minutes." The vault door is 2 solid feet of case-hardened high-carbon balsa wood, painted gray to look metallic and fool would-be bank robbers.
High carbon balsa wood? Sounds extra brittle.
Couple of pretty cameo portraits of P.H. Balance's favorite pin-up girl.
That Carrie Nation is such a looker.
Carry Nation? It's like Car Nation? Huh.
This cute little fence separates the officials only area from the customers and other unwelcome guests area.
We look at the carpet.
This authentic mohair rug is much like the one PH Balance wears on his head. After all, he needs much mohair than he has.
Oh, ow, buddy.
This quill pen is used to fill out slips and sign registers.
Sure can look at a lot of stuff.
This heavy table is where customers fill out bank slips and examine their safe deposit boxes.
That's very Sierra, though, right? I dig that. Get their scenes chock full of stuff. Give it a lot of juicy personality. That's what's supposed to tide you over when you're bashing your face against these against some of the puzzles.
This heavy table is where customers. You see the green flock. These are the teller stations.
Okay, not a lot of personality in that blurb anyway, but.
Sitting behind the counter is PH Balance, current owner and operator of the Bank of Bob.
He's a bore and a lice-infested jerk.
Come again? Did you say something, Pharkas?
I said you were more than just a nice, respected clerk.
Oh, that's very different.
It's his monocle chain is popping out of the frame. It's huge. Wow.
Have I told you about our new Columbus Day account? It's a full benefit, non-interest bearing account.
Non-interest bearing, yet full benefit. What?
Did you hear about our Easter Club account? We may even make it an interest-bearing account if we can bear to part with the interest. Yes, sir. Our latest Halloween passbook account is very innovative. We give you 0% interest and only charge you a nominal fee.
This does not seem to be a customer-oriented bank, huh?
We have a new Yom Kippur savings account. Irving over at the deli in Bass Lake just opened one up. I'm sure he'd recommend it.
And there are Jewish people, I guess is the joke.
You know, this is the last day to be eligible for our interest-free Secretary's Day checking account. It's only $27 per month, and we bill your secretary. Soon it'll be time for the St. Patrick's Day promotion. We give you the account, and you give us the green.
All right, there's a joke that kind of landed.
Tomorrow's my birthday. Leave me a present, and I'll open you a PH Balance Birthday Club account. For Memorial Day, we're letting you remember us by taking your money and hiding it in our vault. Have I told you about our new Columbus Day account? It's a full benefit, non-interest bearing account.
All right, so yeah, seems to be a little on the greedy side, I guess, is the premise about this banker.
That area is off limits to everyone except people who work at the bank, Mr. Pharkas.
I guess that leaves you out, eh?
Pardon me? What did you say?
I said, I guess you've got a lot of clout, eh?
Oh, that is correct, sir.
Okay, let's leave him be. See if we can get out of here. Oh, hey, who is this guy?
This poor guy got left behind when his troop went through. He had dysentery. He's since recovered, but Doc Gillespie's cure seems to have affected his mind, as he still thinks his company will return for him.
Alas. We take anything?
It's just an old wreck. It won't help you.
Okay. Can't take anything from there. Do we actually have 2 ways to go? Cool. I wonder how big this map is. This is interesting. It's like getting into the cartoonish, you know, like absurd angles and stuff. That is more of the LucasArts kind of side of things, right? With this like really funky kind of perspective here, and things seem just, you know, very more abstract and almost like slidey and kind of interestingly that way. Hey, Bruce Spaghetti, good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're well. Yeah, we just started. Haven't even... Oh, we've picked up like 1 item so far, right? Oh, 2. And we also have a key. Interesting. We started with a key. Have you played this one then, Bruce? Oh, you have it installed. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. You played it when it was new? You probably got more of the references then than I am now. I'm struggling. There's so many references. Al Lowe just going nuts. Going nuts with them. But cool. Yeah, it seemed to be one that most of the folk here in the Slayer's Cantina have heard of, known a little bit about, but haven't played. So welcome on in. You are the wise senior here of the gaming group today. Preparation G? Oh, we haven't run into that yet. We've run into already fart jokes, poop jokes, erection jokes, all of that kind of stuff. But we'll get there. We'll certainly get there. All right. So we started with this key.
Hey, this looks just like the key to the front door of my pharmacy.
Okay, I'm assuming it is the key to the pharmacy.
Dadgum's magic elixir is positively guaranteed to cure myopia, melancholia, the vapors, congestion, consumption, malaria, piles, shingles, rickets, leprosy, bubonic plague, gout, bursitis, arthritis, and the galloping cruds. 190 proof. Obvious in advertising is still years in the future.
The galloping cruds. Wow, I was suffering from that for a few days, and I'm hopefully completely done with it. Haven't heard it referred to that before. Preparation G is primitive preparation H. Right, because we're not there yet. Cute. Cute.
You swipe the town ice pick from out back of the saloon. Now no one will be able to pick their teeth.
All right, gotta remember, we got an ice pick and a cure-all?
Dadgum's magic elixir is positively guaranteed.
Okay, well, if we run into any of those diseases, I guess we'll try to cure them. Oh, there's the outhouse.
The door to the outhouse is the only part they got right. The rest of it is a real half-assed job.
Yes, it's 190 proof panacea. At that proof, it'll cure anything or kill you. So, you know, cures you one way or another. And we got the gallows just kind of hanging mostly off screen here. What's the deal?
High in the sky stands the town gallows. Ernest and Julio Gallows brand lynching equipment. We will hang no man before his time.
Ernest and Julio. Okay. Cures you of noticing the symptoms. Exactly. Exactly.
The sign says, Hyman Untertaker. And you're not.
Okay. So, can we go in?
The place appears to be locked and shuttered. Come to think of it, you haven't seen Hyman in a couple of days. Ordinarily, that'd be suspicious, but given what's been happening in town lately, it seems pretty normal.
Yeah, everybody's leaving.
Not much privacy, but the ventilation is excellent.
You put a lot of emphasis on that. Excellent. I will say this is the first disappointment. This is a 90s game and you can't flush the toilet. That is just absurd to me. How could you do that? How could there be a 90s game with a toilet and you can't interact with it? What has happened? Something has gone terribly wrong here.
A rickety old fence stands by Collier Bluff, ready to fall down at any second.
To be fair, you can't flush an outhouse. I give it a 50% of a pass for that. Because, seriously, you should be able to flush this outhouse, right? Right.
Someone made a mesa the desert.
Ugh. How low.
This is world-famous Bad Rock, so called because of the day many years ago that part of it dislodged and just missed a carriage full of students on their way to Chowchilla. It was a black, black day, which is why they eventually turned it into a movie, Black Day at Bad Rock.
Is that a reference I don't get to Bad Day at Black Rock?
A robust, healthy, prickly pear cactus grows near the edge of Reboot Hill. Must be all the nitrogen-rich fertilizer in the local soil.
Okay, Boot Hill, Reboot Hill, I get that one.
The tall stone fence posts are pebbled and worn from years of rain, wind, and tourists. Reboot Hill isn't very creepy. The Coarse Gold Founding Fathers Cemetery Committee couldn't afford creepy. But creepy costs extra.
Okay, it is kind of warm, if not inviting.
Perched on the top of the post is an angel, her arms outstretched. At the base of the statue is a small plaque which reads, "I love you this much." Couldn't you just surrender your lunch?
Yeah, this is going to be kind of a parade of references I don't get, I'm sure.
The trees of coarse gold, like the citizens, grow gnarled and bent.
That was very characterful.
Leave the graveyard there. It's being used by the residents.
Okay. Can we go in? Is the screen going to scroll? I have not been to the pharmacy yet. No. Don't know where it is. We went left from the beginning screen with the saloon and the hotel. I'm guessing it's to the right.
A wrought iron and stone archway beckons all to Reboot Hill. Perhaps you'll be the next occupant. Are you scared yet? Huh? A stagecoach converted to a hearse is mired in the mud here, minus one wheel. Once this was a one-hearse town. Now it's a no-hearse town.
Womp womp. This is kind of terrifying. The whole coffin just came out the window, huh?
One of Hyman Untertaker's coffins is lying in disrepair off near Reboot Hill. It looks like a Cedar Model number 7. Eternal slumber and no moths.
We like poke it open?
That just doesn't work like that.
I guess an ice pick. Maybe not. We just pry it open?
You slowly open the coffin.
Say, you ought to do something about that coffin.
Oh. Oh. This is gonna be a game that requires some aspirin, I think.
A gnarled old tree stretches above the old abandoned synagogue.
Yeah, they're really leaning on it.
A squeaky old sheep weather vane turns gently on top of Reverend Hallelujah's house. Perhaps he's trying to get people to join his flock.
Sheep flock? What's that supposed to be?
A creaky old windmill tower, haphazardly assembled from rotting timbers, graces the beautiful coarse gold skyline. A variety of polypetalous green, fleshy, spiny members of the family Cactaceae grow in spurts around the foundation of the church. Aren't you sorry you asked?
That's the first time I've ever heard the word polypetalous. So, I don't know, not that sorry. That was new. You think green is hints?
A variety of polypetalous green, fleshy...
Oh, okay, so green and red and blue might be hints. Okay, thank you, yeah. I will probably forget all of the green words we see, but I will try to pay attention.
You can't look through the keyhole. It's blocked.
Okay.
This is the Reverend Cy Hallelujah's church. Nobody's going in or out. What with everyone leaving town, the Reverend seems to have lost his following. Yep, he's been deflocked.
Deflocked. Badoom tisk. Can I poke the key out of the lock here? Oh. I just open it up.
The candles in the church foyer are glowing with a holy light. You see some votive candles burning just inside the door.
Okay.
There's no...
We just go in? Where's he going? My dude. Was he scared? Are we vampires? We weren't invited?
Score! You would never dream of stealing a candle from a church, but they wouldn't miss one of those puddles of candle wax.
Candle wax. Why candle wax? We're gonna mold this into something, huh?
This puddle of candle wax from the church is suitable for chewing, but it tends to lose that churchy flavor after only a couple minutes.
Churchy flavor? That's valuable? We like that? Oh, right. We're pharmacists. We have to, that's what we're gonna use ingredients for. Okay. Good call. We'll see when we get there, I guess. Here lieth James...
Aha! You'd always wondered where Jim E. Hoffer was buried.
Jimmy Hoffer. Okay. Pardon our dust, but here we grow again. A new grave is being erected on this site in honor of Philip de Graves. Yeah. Got the Jimmy Hoffa reference. All right, is this just cute or is this... All right. Philip de Graves. Oh, okay. Philip de Graves. Got it. If it was de Graves, I might have gotten it, but D Graves was just a little too much for my brain.
Looks like your dear friend Philip has passed on. Gee, it seems like only a day or two ago you filled a prescription for him.
Uh-oh. Oh, is it us? Are we the problem? Have we been killing these townsfolk? Here lies Les Monley. He died with his shrink wrap still on, 1861 to 1883. Is that Les Manly? A reference to the Les Manly games? Were those Sierra? Here lies Eric Dianretti. More video games. 1830, 1875. He had a fatal error reading Drive B. That's gotta be a reference to a real bug in Eric the Unready, right? That one's cool. I appreciate that. All right.
The tall stone fence posts are...
Oh, no. Is this a thing?
The epitaph reads...
Poor Prudence Brown was merely dozing, never woke up, now decomposing. 1839-1880. All right.
Oh, boy. It's one of those rare Burma shave headstones.
Beneath this plot lies Edward Fiskers. His time grew short, but not his whiskers. Burma shave. 1845 to 1885. Burma shave. Man. That could not have been anywhere close to a topical reference in 1990 something. Oh. Under this rock lies Ernie Fleabeke. Mere text cannot describe how he'll be missed. 1858 to 1886. Oh, I don't know this one at all. Is this a text adventure character? Here lies Butch Casualty instead of Butch Cassidy, right? He also cheats, steals, murders, and writes bad checks. 1849, 1882. Okay.
The tall stone...
Is that not one?
The tall...
Okay, that's not one. All right, yeah. Yeah, this is extraordinarily dank. Some extremely deep cuts in the humor here. The corner plant? This guy?
A robust, healthy, prickly pear cactus grows near the edge of Reboot Hill. Must be all the nitrogen-rich fertilizer in the local soil.
It's people! That nitrogen is people! That's about as dank as my references get. Prickly pear. Okay, all right. Well, can we even do anything with these yet?
Don't touch the cacti. You'll prick yourself.
I haven't been aggressively poking things. Cool. I like this scrolling the screen. That's cool. Gives this place a real contiguous feel, which is awesome.
The windmill turns steadily in the arid, coarse gold trade winds. By the side of the road sits an old covered wagon. It's covered for theft and fire.
Covered. Insurance. The old insurance humor. You know how that just slays.
The outhouse has a signature half-moon cutout.
Yeah. Right over there. I see it. Water.
It's one of the entrances to the old abandoned mine, now boarded up for safety's sake.
It's kind of a mess over here, the screen. I wonder if we'll be able to, like, walk back up this way. Get in there somehow.
This is the eastern portion of Bluff Street, so named for scenic Collier Bluff.
Collier Bluff. Collier Bluff. Okay, I get it. Collier also coal mining, I think. Yes, every single thing is an attempt at wordplay and humor.
Some old farming and milling equipment sits in disrepair further back on Collier Bluff.
It is a little exasperating, but when it comes through, it's fun.
Once this was the mayor's mansion, before he turned old and gray. Yep, the old gray mayor ain't what he used to be.
This has got to have aged so poorly. I don't think anyone under like 40 they would just be like, what's the deal? I don't get it. I'm glad I could enjoy it. Well, anyway.
This tank stores the whole town's drinking water supply.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it's got some other cool moments to it, some other gameplay elements and such too. And it's not 100% relying on the humor to carry it, but this is quite a moment in time.
This water tower still has a solid infrastructure and a good strong base. It seems to be holding up well.
Is that a joke too? Like, well, water?
It's the old grist mill. Since Mr. Grist left town, not much happens here.
Holding up well water. Yes, yes. Dad Jokes the video game is a good analysis. It seems pretty clear, yeah.
This used to be the bakery, where Let Rise a While sold all sorts of delicious breads, pies, and cakes. There was a sudden surge in muffin popularity on the East Coast, so Letta closed up shop and moved out east to take advantage of it. Now that she's out east, she misses the fields of the San Joaquin Valley, so she named her new chain of bakeries Mrs. Fields.
Mrs. Fields, yeah. Rise a While is actually a really cool last name. It's a good, like, Hobbit name, right? Let's see what happens if we...
You turn the faucet on and water gushes out.
If we just walk away, do we kill the whole town? That is not what I expected for a water sound effect, but that's kind of fun. Yeah, yeah. Well,
you turn the faucet off. You turn the faucet off.
Can we just walk away?
You can see the roof of one of the Main Street buildings from here.
This pulley isn't anything?
A block and tackle was erected here for unloading wagons. Unfortunately, it couldn't block and tackle at the same time.
All right. Do we get into an unwinnable situation if we let all the water drain out? And it is really picky about how close to the edge of the screen you have to be to transition from screen to screen. You've got to be way over there.
It's a sea shanty. See? Shanty.
You can soft lock. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'll be looking forward to that. Oh, there she is.
It's Penelope Prim, full-time school marm, full-time single frontier woman, and part-time heartthrob. How does she do it all? Easy. She's incredibly uptight and has numerous stress-related diseases.
So she's our love interest, the high-strung lady of the school. I thought she was Irma, whichever, the one we saw walking by before, the lunch lady.
It's Sissy playing on the slide. The boys call him that because his mother dresses him so effeminately.
Wah wah. Don't tell me what to do, Mom. You're not the boss of me. I'm not gonna try to ice pick the kids until they bug me. No worries, no worries, no worries.
Penelope.
Freddy, how nice to see you. Did you leave work just to come see me?
Yeah. Just being able to look at you makes my day seem to fly by.
Penelope titters and tilts her head coyly.
Oh, you do know how to flatter a girl, don't you? Now you get back to work so you'll have enough money to take me to the Sadie Hawkins Day dance next week.
As you wish, m'lady.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a real big voice actress too, right? God, I never remember the voice actress's names. It's like Gray Delisle or Kath Soucie or God, any of a number of other actresses. But you've definitely heard her voice 1.5 million times, I'm sure.
Hello, sissy. My, your golden locks are looking pretty today.
Sissy glares at you with a look that says, I know 1,000 ways to cause pain to a human body. You want to start counting?
All right, Sissy's kind of mean, but I guess I know where that frustration might be coming from.
This is the corner of Main and Education Street. The assay office and the schoolhouse are on the west and east sides of the street, respectively. Clutter prevents your passage to the south.
Yeah.
Shrubs and weeds grow amongst the wreck of the old train depot.
That's Kath Soucie? Okay. All right.
It's Weebix, one of the little orphan girls.
Weebix.
This is the old red schoolhouse, one of the few buildings that still seems solid and safe.
All right, I don't think I'm gonna catch that swinging guy. It's Kath Soucie. Okay, thank you for checking that for me, Bruce Spaghetti. I always feel bad when because I have a hard time remembering the female voice actresses for whatever reason. The male ones stick in my mind more. Freddy, yeah, Cam Clark, yeah. He's a million things. He's Les Enfants Terribles. Liquid Snake, right? From Metal Gear. He's in a trillion things.
It's a little boy rolling dice and muttering something about baby shoes.
Is that Daddy needs a new pair of shoes? They're playing craps back there?
It's a long plank firmly attached to some sort of axle, allowing one side to pivot upwards while the other side descends. When the kids play on it, one of them teeters at the top and the other totters at the bottom. Say, you've got an idea for what you could call this thing.
A kiddie pult.
Now that's promising a lot, calling that a kiddie pult. Oh yeah, he's Simba in The Lion King too. Straight to video. I don't know. I certainly haven't seen it, but yeah, Cam Clark, extraordinarily prolific. That's for sure. That's for sure. Kath Soucie too, and Mom's voice actress. I know we've heard her before. She's been in a million things. That's awesome though that they're really going for it with this. Really getting the. I mean, not that, you know, in this time in the 90s, these were like $1 million voice actors or anything. But, you know, these were the working actors of the time, and they're great. You know, getting it done. Real workhorses of the scene, which is cool.
You simply have nothing to...
I want to talk to the kids.
You can't.
We play craps with the kids? We can't.
So, you boys playing jacks? Where are the jacks?
They snicker at your naivete and return to their game.
They're shooting craps. Al Lowe thinks that Freddy Pharkas is one of his funniest. Wow, okay. It is certainly like the jokes per minute is through the roof here. That's for sure. Like it's non-stop.
Hello, Weebix. How are you this morning?
She pointedly stares away from you, counting to herself and looking just a bit peeved.
1, 5, 9, 33, 4, 7.5, 2, 6. I've confused you now, haven't I?
Weebix's eyes get very large and well up with tears. She sets her jaw firmly and keeps jumping. Starting with 1. You are not proud of yourself.
Yeah, why are we screwing with kids? What? What kind of dick are we? Hi, Fletcher. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome on in. I am not necessarily showcasing deaths. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Slayer's Cantina. What I call chat whenever I remember to. This is my first time playing, so I will not be intentionally showcasing deaths, but I'm sure I'll run into one or two. I'm good for now. We're gonna goof off because we just started. We literally just started. Meaning 2 hours of streaming, and I've picked up like 2 items and done nothing. we play pretty slow. I'm a very slow player of video games, so I'm having fun, just kind of goofing around, bopping around, figuring out. So I'm good for right now. If you see something coming immediately and you're like, oh, there's a cool death ahead, you could say something like that. I'm cool with that. But I will. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. And I know it's fun. I certainly will ask for any time I need a hint, and it is very common that I do. But yeah. I don't mind at all. Like, you know, please, thank you for being polite about everything. That really helps a lot. It's like the only time I've really had to ban somebody was when they wouldn't stop like telling me exactly what to do. That felt really gross. I don't want to do that kind of stuff, like, especially because people, you know, I know you're just trying to help. I don't like doing that, but you know, you guys don't seem like that. You're being very respectful. I appreciate it. But yeah. Is this the talkie version for deaths? Well, this is the talkie version. Yeah. Oh, what? What?
You simply have nothing to say to that.
Yes. So this is the Scum VM version where I have text and voice. At least for the text is a little bit wonky. If there's multiple text bubbles coming from the same person, it'll only show the first text bubble. But other than that, we get all the text. Let's try to go in here. Yeah,
Penelope keeps this door locked all the time to keep the kids in and the rabble out. Thank goodness there's no such thing as a fire code yet.
The CD-ROM version has voiceovers, but 15% less text. Oh, okay. Well, oh, interesting. So I wonder what the Scum VM version does. I would assume this is the CD version then. But I have no clue.
Hello again, Penelope.
Freddy, you rogue! Courting a girl in broad daylight and all. Why, I'm going to get a reputation.
I just needed to hear the music of your voice. Now I can muddle through the rest of the day with the memory of your smile and your kind voice.
Woo!
You do lard it on, don't you? You make me all giggly.
Only because I love to hear you laugh.
Speaking of laying it on thick, Allo got tired of being in the sound booth, so they just stopped recording. I don't know a lot about Allo, but sure thing, man. I believe it. The death messages are often really silly since Whitland Willie is telling the story. Cool. Yes, I'm sure I will find many deaths along the way here. And I'll try to save a lot too, now that I think about it. Oh, this one. All right, this is a funny sliders, huh? I'll try to save a lot too. Nothing yet. Their version of copy protection is that they're in there's info you need in the manual to complete the game. Oh, oh, is that's probably with yeah, there's info. Yeah, sorry, I got all right, I'm not gonna fuss with that anymore. Yeah, there's info you need in the manual. I'm guessing that's recipes. That's pharmaceutical recipes, which is cool. I'm okay with that. Well, we'll do some exploring of the manual when we have to. Yeah, okay, cool.
It's the old abandoned assay office, once owned by a subsidiary of the old abandoned mine company. Before the mine shut down, this is where you got your nuggets appraised. Now you have to go to Madam's for that.
Prostitution jokes, okay. We're out low. We're getting all of his good stuff.
It's the old.
Right. Are you making a badoom tisk? Thank you, everybody. I'm going to bed. Or have a good night. Don't forget to tip your waiters. Or are you heading out, Fletcher? Either way, good to see you. Oh, it's an Animaniacs joke. Okay, all right, thank you. I'm struggling to get all those references here, so I'm just lost at sea, trying to like figure out what's humorous and jokey and what's authentic. This game wants to be Blazing Saddles with puzzles. It's not quite as biting in its social commentary, I guess. But it's certainly got a lot of the non-physical Mel Brooks kind of humor to it. Oh, okay, here we are. As a form of copy protection, the player must concoct prescriptions for Freddy's patients using recipes found in the user manual. Okay, an incorrect prescription will result in the customer returning angrily, but it doesn't end the game. Okay, all right. So you can't. So there might be soft locks, but they seems like they might be just unintentional soft locks now, like just goofiness and doing things out of order, rather than intentional soft locks. I hope so. I hope that's the way. Okay. Good.
These remnants of the Coarse Gold Depot are all tumbled down and shot.
Yeah, Coarse Gold. Coarse Gold, is that a reference I'm not getting too? In the original script, you could screw up one recipe up so bad that Freddy would die of embarrassment? That actually sounds kind of cool. I'm sorry they removed that. That sounds fun.
Someone with a higher IQ than most of the folks in town correctly painted sheriff here.
Was there trouble with the spelling or something? Sierra HQ was in Coarse Gold? I thought it was in Thousand Oaks? Right? Isn't that where they go at the end of Space Quest 3? The town of Coarse Gold, California, which was this. Oh, okay. That was Sierra headquarters in '93. Okay. I guess I'm wrong. But where do they go at the end of Space Quest 3 then? Huh.
This is Sheriff Checkham P. Shift's jail and armory. The sheriff does a mighty fine job of infiltrating the criminal element in town. In fact, he is the foremost criminal element in town.
This was just before Space Quest 6. Checkham Shift. Oh, that's the joke in that one. The P is superfluous. Checkham Shift. Chicken shits. Okay, got it. But that sounds a little cowardly, whereas the narrator is telling us he's actually a criminal.
The sheriff's window. Not very good at keeping out the rain, but at least nobody's liable to break in. Of course, who'd want to break in? This is the door to Sheriff Checkham P. Shift's office. It contains a small jail cell, just big enough to hold one or two innocent bystanders.
Innocent bystanders. Womp womp.
The sign says tall and thin shop, and hey, it's right. That's just about the tallest and thinnest shop you've ever seen.
Doom-tisk. Do you think I'm gonna miss that death? I'll try to get him. If you see him coming up, I'll try to get him, so as we don't spoil him, you know. But if you think I'm gonna pass it, let me know.
The tall and thin shop. The owner narrowly escaped with his life once when he was discovered short-changing customers.
Short-changing? Alright, well, I'll drop a save. And if I miss it, let me know, and we'll go back a bit.
The sign says PP's Playhouse. Or it used to, anyway. Now it looks more like PP's Playhouse.
Is that a Pee-wee's Playhouse reference?
This was Coarse Gold's Opera House, PP's Playhouse. It was shut down by unpopular demand several months ago after the owner was found necking with a lamb during a performance of Bet's Feast.
Okay. There it is. There's another reference to having intimate relations with animals. Pee-wee got in trouble because he couldn't leave his Pee-wee. Yeah, he got busted by a police officer who just happened to be investigating the same porn theater that Pee-wee was in. He just happened to be there during his off hours, conducting a plainclothes investigation of a porn theater. Noticed a celebrity. Decided to bust him. Yeah.
The sign says Pharkas Pharmacy. This must be the place. It's Dominic, one of your part-time Native American employees. He works under the professional name Runnin' Gag. The union told you that you had to have a cigar store-style Indian out in front when you opened your pharmacy. But since there were lots of out-of-work real Indians in the neighborhood, you decided it would be politically correct to hire them.
I don't know if politically correct is the right phrase for that, but okay. Yeah, that was in Florida, right? Florida has certainly not gotten more sensical laws since 1995 or whatever. That's for sure. Yeah, it was a pretty silly bust.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Freddy.
What's new?
Let's see. I finished reading A Century of Dishonor last night. Quite impressive. That Helen Hunt Jackson really knows how to evoke an image of the white man's treachery. Do you know how many treaties your people have signed and then broken in the past 20 years alone?
Excuse me, I heard someone calling me or something.
Right? That's pretty bizarre. This dude is literally dressed up like a clown and his name is Running Gag. And then he's starting to trip up Freddy based on white man's guilt. Wow. This is a disturbingly deep character all of a sudden. Oh.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Freddy.
What's new?
Let's see.
All right.
Eh,
Okay, wow. Wasn't expecting that.
The sign says Pharkas Pharmacy. This must be the place. That's the left pharmacy window. With all the dust out here, it's a pain to keep clean.
Acts of wordplay.
With all the dust out here,
All right.
the pharmacy door is locked. This ain't Mayberry, partner.
I guess that's more of a literal reference to Mayberry RFD.
How poetic. The door key and the door key.
Oh, I didn't want to use it on myself.
Score! You unlock the door. Ta-da! 500 points. You're halfway through the game.
Wait. That was 500 points. Okay, so we got 503 points from doing 4 things. Yeah, do we get another 500 points?
You cleverly lock the door. You unlock the door. Dang it, no points this time.
Alas. Okay. So this is it. Home sweet home here. Or job sweet job. Is that a real soda fountain? That's pretty classic pharmacy stuff. That's awesome.
This multi-instrument piano roll style juke machine is called a symphonium. Trouble is, the company that sold it to you went out of business after producing only one roll. And how many times can a person listen to does your chewing tobacco lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
You?
This is your pharmacy, where you work, hence the name Pharkas' Pharmacy. You thought an iced cream stand would attract customers. Mostly it attracts cockroaches, especially now that the iced cream deliveries have stopped.
It's cool that they call it iced past tense cream.
You thought an iced cream stand would attract customers.
Okay.
This sign clearly lets the townsfolk know that the prescription counter is in the back of the store.
Someday, maybe there'll be a glass tube there, bent in the shape of the word prescription, filled with a rare gas that will glow in brilliant colors. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Boy, that'd make people actually want to buy drugs.
Oh, okay. He's foreseeing neon? Sure. Oh, is this a thing?
It's a tube of Preparation G, the Wells Fargo wagon driver's friend for over half a decade.
The wagon driver's friend, because you sit down a lot on that job, huh?
This is a deluxe shelving unit featuring polished mahogany inlays, filigreed end caps, extra-wide mid-height shelf, and no-skid recessed legs. Shelving units for Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist, provided by Crate and Whiskey Keg.
Not Crate and Barrel.
Score! You pick up a tube of Preparation G in the handy 25-ounce Krabby Elephant size.
How many crabby elephants you gonna be treating, Freddy? What kind of job do you got?
You briefly consider shoplifting some of these items. But hey, you already own them, so where's the excitement?
Yeah, it's the previous generation. They haven't quite gotten there to H.
It's the president's wife. She's the head of the Just Say No to Ether campaign.
Okay. All right. A Nancy Reagan joke. That's slightly more topical. Well, slightly more topical than Mayberry and Burma Shave.
Leave her where she is, as a shining beacon to all who gaze upon her serene countenance. Incidentally, have you heard about her scandalous affair?
Oof.
The tube of Preparation G, the latest anti-hemorrhoidal unguent from the folks at Park Loomis, is labeled Top Tush Treatments since 1848.
Top Tush Treatments.
On the upper shelf of the right display case, you keep some of your hot sellers. Prospector's Pride Uranium Hair Highlighter. Her Majesty's second favorite Real Cream Toffee Lumps. Where'd you get those rosy cheeks face pincers? Chapspit Mucous Membrane Astringent Balm, Old Crater Face's Arsenic Complexion Tablets, and Smathers and Smathers Scrape Me Off the Ceiling Lord Jalapeno Arthritis Rub.
Jalapeno Arthritis Rub.
On the lower shelf of the right display case, you keep some old, reliable, steady sellers. Doc Malarkey's Instant Redneck Tanning Fluid, Lembigon Extra Strength Expectorant, Oil of Old Lady Demoisturizer, Flaky Pete's Psoriasis and Dandruff Declumping Unguent, I Can't Believe It's a Jockstrap Testicular Support Undergarment, it lifts and separates, Detains All Saltpeter Crystals, and Rabbi Johnson's Home Briss in a Box.
Home Briss in a Box. It's our second foreskin joke here.
On the upper shelf of the left-hand cabinet you find Pearls of Pauline Anti-Prune Finger Bathing Gel, My Little Cleft Palate Mouth Repair Putty, Dr. Limbaugh's Chuckle-A-Day Cannabis Extract, Cremation Non-Dairy Coffee Ash, Peaches and Cream brand Cream Peaches, and Chinaman's Choice Real Oriental Curative Straight Pins.
Okay.
On the bottom shelf of the left-hand cabinet are Red Eye brand Deep Cleaning Chlorine Abrasive Facial Scrub, Whoopsie Daisy Fashion Air Adult Incontinence Pads, Slick and Pretty Linseed Oil Shampoo, Luck of the Irish Underarm Oatmeal Packs, and I Can't Believe It's Not Opium Hallucinogenic Stick.
Okay. Wow. Well, this isn't quite the same as Space Quest 6, which did just feel like lists of reference to Star Wars, lists of reference to science fiction authors, and that got really rough pretty quickly. And at least we're like we're not hitting a lot of high notes of comedy. It is, farts and foreskins and whatever. But at least we're covering an array of gross stuff and things like that, right? Yeah. Space Quest 6 really desperately needed an editor, too. This one, I guess, has still got a lot of stuff to it, but probably not as much as Space Quest 6. That really felt interminable.
This bottle is filled with this century's most incredible medical breakthrough.
Okay.
You won't be needing any leeches in this game.
Oh, leeches. This century's medical breakthrough isn't leeches. You've had those for a while.
That's another table upon which to display your many valuable patent medicines and innovative treatments. Your diploma from the University of Hicksville School of Apothecary Sciences and other good guesses. The old alma mater. What memories. Back then, this is what was known as a support system.
What? This?
Back then, this is what was known as a support system.
Okay.
This hand-painted sign adds a real touch of friendly, folksy atmosphere to the place. It also spells pharmacy phonetically, inbreeding being as popular as it is around here.
Okay, if it works, it works.
On top of this cabinet, you have a stunningly arranged display of Old Snuffy's Limp Root Hair Oil Cream in the 8-ounce, 16-ounce, and giant 64-ounce Baby Huey jars, as well as a few dusty boxes of Rustler's Stove chocolates. Rustler's Stove, the standard of drugstore chocolates for over half a century.
Russell Stover. Got that one. I guess that's the Werther's original kind of joke of old people candy.
It's the back counter where you, Freddy Pharkas, frontier pharmacist extraordinaire, dispense your wares.
Oh, we're frontier pharmacists extraordinaire. All right.
The top shelf is where you keep all the newest, most scientifically advanced medications safe from shoplifters. Dr. Winterhalter's magnetic effluvium tonic. Professor Munson's deep wound iodine salt bomb. A little goes a long way. And Chaz Burksquire, PhD's effervescent enema granules.
Okay, we're getting into just a big long list of jokes now. That Space Quest 6 style, just less jokes.
Here on the second shelf, close at hand, is where you keep the most expensive medicines out of reach of the customers. Doc Halifax's Platinum Eczema Tonic, Montgomery's Digestive Granulated Plutonium, Dentist's Do-It-Yourself Silver Amalgam Fillings, hand drill included, and California Cowboy Aluminum Snuff. The California Cowboy Aluminum Snuff is actually made in New York City.
New York City?
There's another joke no one will get. The references to, was it Ragu? Where's your salsa made? New York City. New York City! Okay.
This is your pharmacy.
Paste Picante, that's what it was? Okay, thank you.
This is your... Up on the top shelf here, you keep your overstock. Giesbro and Palm's Athletic Foot Solvant. Apex Ear Hair Wax. Dr. Lecter's Open Wound Bracer and Hangnail Melt-Away Compound. M. Purina Slug Chow. And Vester's Guaranteed Pumice Acne Treatment.
Right. Paste Picante made in San Antone, where they know what salsa should taste like. Where's your salsa made? Right. I remember the gist of the commercials anyway. Shaming people for eating salsa made in New York City. New York City! Yeah.
On the middle shelf, you store discontinued items. Grecian Horse Formula 99. Who says the old gray mare has to be gray? Lavorhees Limburger Sachet Sulfuric Foaming Mouthwash. Butler & Butler No More Tears Infected Toenail Rinse. And Taste of the Southwest Mouth Tingling Mica Toothpaste. On the lowermost shelf of this case, you keep slightly scratched, dented, or previously used items. Worthington's Emulsified Balsamic Emollient Demulcent, Silver Gullet Corrosive Phlegm Wash, Fuddrucker's Therapeutic Sucking Chest Wound Patch, and the Screamin' Cowboys Oh My Lord, I Done Shot My Damn Foot Off Specific Ointment.
None of this matters, right? I'm not gonna have to remember where anything is.
The items on the top shelf here are 1 or 2 weeks past their expiration dates. A bottle of liquid podiatrist, several tubes of Mademoiselle Lulu's leprosy cover stick, a jar of Captain Jack's Shankers Away, and a tin of hired hand brand illicit amore attractant.
Shankers Away is a fun one. I like that.
The items on the second shelf are about a month past their saleable shelf life. Runyon Brothers Healthful Suet Gum, Rancher's Pick Nostril Delousing Nostrum, Indiana brand Industrial Chewable Suppositories, and a box of Lumpkin & Sons Bile Be Fresh Liver Deodorizer Lozenges.
Chewable suppositories? I'm confused on how this works.
The items on the third shelf are 3 to 4 months past their usable shelf life. Lady of Scotland Haggis Queen Conception Preventers, Old World Belladonna Derivative Blood Rejuvenator, Little Miss Perfect Figures Daily Purge Syrup, and Uncle Al's A-OK Bowel Resection in a Jar.
Oh, this is getting worse and worse.
The bottom shelf holds the items that are a year or more past their shelf lives, or have been found to be poisonous and/or illegal, or have inexplicably reproduced on their own. Albright's Amazing Cataract Thickener, Professor Oppenheimer's Clots No More, Haley's Uh-Oh Morning After Intrauterine Scrub in 5 flavors. If it tastes good, maybe she'll brush longer. Father O'Flaherty's Certified Heroin Pepper Upper, and a pouch of Chief Waldo's Authentic Native Delight Smoking Herbs.
Smoking herbs? And smoking herbs that somehow self-replicate? That's genius. Yeah, there was some pretty gross stuff in there, that's for sure, anyway. Okay, can we go through the back door? What? Oh, love interest.
Frederick.
Why, Miss Prim, you sure are looking purty today.
Now, Frederick, you may call me Penelope if you please. After all, I think we're to that point in our relationship.
She must be talking about the hayride you both went on last month, or the square dance you both went to last week, or the cow tipping expedition you both went on last night.
Well then, to what do I owe the pleasure of your company this fine morning?
Oh, this isn't a social call, I'm afraid. I have this rather important prescription Doc Gillespie gave me. I was hoping you could fill it as soon as possible.
My pleasure, Penelope.
Oh, okay. Penelope Prim for moles. Tylox polynide. Orally 2x 5 days. Okay. Tylox polynide?
Why, the poor dear. She must be suffering from the vapors. Those injurious exhalations produced within the body, creating feelings of hypochondria and depression. Her prescription is in Doc's usual scrawl and smells of whiskey, so you know it's authentic.
Okay, so is this what I need to look up?
I sure have been having a swell time with you these past few weeks, Penelope.
Why, thank you, Frederick. I have too.
I do believe I have a growing affection for you.
That's sweet of you, Frederick. I think you're very cute. For a pharmacist, that is. Considering you've only got one ear. And you're scrawnier than the other men in town.
She thinks I'm cute. She really thinks I'm cute.
Okay.
How's school, Penelope?
Oh, how I love filling those impressionable young minds with knowledge, their eager faces turned upward in the quest to learn. It's so satisfying.
They both kind of look like balloon animals, don't they? Like their cheeks are so big and shiny.
I was wondering if you were going to go to the Rotary Club luncheon next week, and if so, if you had anybody else to go with.
Forgive me, Frederick. I do so hate to be short with you, but I do need this prescription. Otherwise, I'd love to stay and chat. Please don't think me impertinent.
Oh, not at all. It's my fault for prattling on so. I'll get right to it.
Okay. So I'm guessing this is where I gotta look things up. Oh, the red dot's in the top right. So can I use it on myself?
You rub the paper all over your hands, but it's still legible.
Okay.
That just doesn't work like that.
It's a clock?
This is your phone.
Oh, doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Well, let's give it one more save here. And I guess let's go on a little adventure here. So, Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist, Manual. Okay. One second. Okay, there it is. Let's do this. Aha! Okay, go away. All right. Wow. This is what it looks like? Very cool. Look at the design on this guy. What a cool manual, huh? The Modern Day Book of Health and Hygiene. Kind of looks like the back of a deck of cards, right? I dig the font, though. Okay. The Modern Day Book of Health and Hygiene, 1881 edition. By Hyman J. Lipschitz, President, Phrenologists for Health, Innovation, Elixirs, Longevity, and Mental Energy. Feel me? Feel me. Phrenology is, you know, the defunct science of measuring heads to see if you're smarter than other people, right? Isn't that phrenology? Oh, feel me is the phrenologist, health, innovation, elixirs, longevity. You feel me? I guess? I don't even know what that joke is supposed to be. Note to those people who might think a parody of a quack remedy guide that pretends to be from the 19th century could really contain factual information, but who are too stupid to read disclaimers such as this anyway. The information contained herein is absolute and utter balderdash, provided by Sierra Online Incorporated for your entertainment only, and to provide information and clues for Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist. Do not take the medications we prescribe. Do not apply the balms and liniments we describe. Do not attempt the procedures we outline. Do not believe that manual labor is still the president of Mexico. Nothing within this pamphlet is accurate and truthful to the best of our ability. We are being entirely facetious. Do not, repeat, do not use this documentation as a real medical guide. It's a joke, okay? Get it? Okay. We get it. We get it. Preface to the 1881 edition. As the dawn of a new era in healthcare peers uncertainly over the horizon, like an innocent young man peers over the top of my desk during his first visit to my world-famous phrenology clinic and hair club for boys. I cannot help but reflect on the enormous strides we've made just in the past several decades as regards certain heretofore debilitating conditions, which have been all but eradicated thanks to the hard work and diligence of phrenologists like me, and sometimes peripherally by other healthcare professionals worldwide. Yeah, that's the phrenology quackery thing. It's got a big fucking knife next to that. Jeez. What's he gonna do with that man's skull? At the Phrenologists for Health, Innovating, Elixirs, Longevity, and Mental Energy Institute, our goal is to ensure the dissemination to all Americans of the techniques and formulae developed in recent years that will guarantee fitness, prosperity, and energy well into one's twilight years, 40 and over. That stung a little more than it should. Latter-day research indicates that you may well be able to retard the aging process and extend your life well into the 50s and 60s. Provided you adhere to a long-term commitment to proper diet, fat-rich foods for your stamina, yes, and bulk sweetened foodstuffs for energy and improved alertness. Red meat for iron and other necessary minerals. I wish. Ingesting the proper tonics, try my doctor's best guess, a balanced elixir of herbal and fermented ingredients, careful head manipulation and bump stimulation, and de-emphasis on physical exertion at all costs. Yes. Phrenology's a fancy name for scalp massage? Yes, that's what they're talking about. Bump stimulation. That's probably the most valuable part of phrenology is the scalp massage. I think it's other theories are probably pretty rank quackery. Oh, all right. Emergency pause. I'm an hour late to feed my fish. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Hobble my ass back. Ugh. Jeez. Yeah. Whew. Fish fed. My responsibilities as fish dad completed for the day. Feel good. Feel good. That we connected. We bonded there. They didn't see me or anything. I didn't notice them. But I gave them food, so responsibilities fulfilled. Let's move on. Okay. What is that emote after the fishy? Pat the fish? I'll pat myself for a good job. I wish I could pet the fish. They're fun when they're active, but they're pretty bored most of the day. They'll get active like, well, theoretically now, and in the morning and evening, but they're kind of quiet most of the time. Okay. For instance, in my separate monograph, subdural hematomas can be your friends. Available for only $2 cash. Sent in care of my publisher. Be sure to enclose an extra 25 cents if you'd like the autographed version. And for an extra 50 cents, we'll ship it via Farswellgo, rather than the less dependable postal office rural free delivery. I describe an exercise of systematic cranial stimulation of a portion of the left temporal lobe, wherein lies the fornicrux of the brain that controls longevity. I love the word fornicrux. I think it's more likely to be like a knoll in Dungeons and Dragons than it is a real thing in the human brain, but that's a cool word. The fornicrux in the left temporal lobe. Temporal parietal? I think, yeah, temporal, right? Okay. Wherein lies the fornicrux of the brain that controls longevity, so it's all right here. Of course. By daily providing a quick, sharp, repetitive stimulation of this lobe, achieved with any common household hammer, or even a good solid book binding, such as can be found in my new top-selling edition, Cranial Protuberances and the Women Who Feel Them. $3 from the aforementioned publisher, one may cause greater amounts of longevity fluids to flow. And with this single technique, hitting yourself in the head with a hammer, extend the life by any number of years. Any slight pain or discomfort that may be encountered by these sissy Marys who may complain is therapeutic, and any blood drawn as a result of the practice can be safely assumed to be a tainted bile and well rid of. This assumes, of course, that the subject does not apply excess force and thus shortens the lifespan drastically and forthwith. Well, how much force is enough, you ask? Purchase the volume and read for yourself. It is our sincere hope that you find within these pages a plethora of useful and hitherto unanticipated directions designed to improve the quality and length of life. We have endeavored to address the spectrum of ailments treatable by the public at large, as well as by professionals such as phrenologists, druggists, and barbers. That's pretty true, right? Barbers could also be doctors, surgeons, chirurgeons. This cornucopia of misery includes accidental and purposeful poisonings, hair loss, melancholia, lassitude, flatulence, flaccitude, latulence, bad bile, Lowe's syndrome, is an L, piles, inhalation of noxious substances, tooth pain, lice, scabies, rabies, heartburn, Indian burn, and bullet or arrow wounds. Should we have omitted any of your favorite diseases or injuries, please jot me a note in care of my publisher, and don't fail to include an extra $1.50 for my latest monograph, Cardiology, the New Quackery. Hyman J. Lipschitz, MD, Yonkers, New York. February 1881. Look at that smile. Fun guy. He's living it up. He's got his knife and his test head right here. They can fix the imbalance of humors? That is a tough question. It seemed to be rather beyond such medieval falderall and superstition as the humors. They're using, well, I guess they've still got leeches. Freddy's still got leeches. But we're using phrenology now. The totally real science of phrenology to treat tooth pain, bad smells, and rabies. But I'm sure you could find a phrenologist who would tell you that would also fix your imbalance of humors. All right, introduction. Cool, man, look at that. That is quite a fancy graphic. I love the crosshatch kind of shading. Very good looking. Mankind has made phenomenal strides in the diagnosis and treatment of disease. No longer are we taking the naive viewpoint of our ancestors, pointing our fingers at the sick and scabrous and crying, "Gadzooks! He's infested by evil spirits and demons." Oh, here we go. We might get an answer to your question. Can they fix your imbalance of humors? No. We know that the root causes of disease are far less ethereal and far more commonplace. Some are caused by the collection of toxins within the system, and some are caused by poorly shaped or missing bumps on the skull. The former we shall address in this, the modern-day Book of Health and Hygiene. The latter is well covered, and in my companion volume, the modern-day Book of Sharp Blows to the Head. To effectively use this book, you will want to stock your medicine chest with the various items listed in Part 1, the Household Pharmacopoeia. Every item listed can be located for purchase at your local general merchandise store, at a large metropolitan pharmacy, or from me, at my associated firm, Lipschitz Excelsior Total Chemicals and Household Supplies. Leches. Catalog available upon request. Leches. It's just no reason. No reason the author is calling himself out as a pervert. Al Lowe, for no reason telling on himself, right? Letchs. Leches. You have ghosts in your blood? Do cocaine about it. Yes. Excellent. 5 stars. Would pharmacy with them again. We feature top quality merchandise at competitive prices. Write to me in care of my publisher and we'll have you stocked and fully prepared for all medical emergencies and home treatments in a thrice. Yeah. You get some home delivery of cocaine here, right? In the reference section, you'll find an alphabetical listing of many common ailments and diseases, as well as a complete description of the most modern and up-to-date treatments medical science and phrenology have to offer. Some of the treatments are cross-referenced under their own headings for ease of use. Is this phrenology thing just a goofball way to introduce this book, or will we be actually hitting people in the head to cure them? Although we have taken great pains to make this most complete and comprehensive home physician book available, there are no doubt questions you may have concerning treatments and recuperative processes. We will be utterly happy to answer any and all questions put to us via post at the nominal charge of 55 cents per question. Stamps are not accepted. Yeah. Well, we'll find some recipe on how to make goofballs, I'm sure. We would like to thank our illustrator, Nathaniel Mercuriolatum. Whoa, that's a cool name. His most instructive and, we hope, enlightening engravings will help to illuminate your way to a better understanding of the systems and tracks that make up our glorious and celebrated innards. Herewith, then, to your good health, good fortune, and good healing. I do really like these graphics. These are fun. Part 1, the household pharmacopoeia. No home should be without these. The following is a list of, desirable household equipment for proper treatment of common ailments and for creating the balms, salves, liquids, and tablets described forthwith. All items may be purchased through us or at finer pharmacological equipment stores nationwide. Note, the usual household medicine cabinet is somewhat on the small side for the amount of equipment we suggest. Therefore, we also recommend a larger than average medicine cabinet to hold this equipment. Something about the size of a small banquet hall should be sufficient. All right, so we need alcohol lamps, balances and weights, bandages, assorted sizes of beakers and bottles, barrette corks to fit bottles. I don't even know what that is. Cotton balls, cotton swabs, cross-cut saw, crucible flasks, funnels, graduated cylinders, undergraduated cylinder, postgraduated cylinder, litmus paper, gas spectroscope. I want a gas spectroscope. Measuring spoons, medical dispensing papers for measuring and dispensing powders, medicine dropper, mortar and pestle, petri dishes, pill making machines, pipettes, pumice stones, retorts, router, spatulas, test tubes, test tube rack or holder, thermometer oral, thermometer rectal, thermometer nasal, thermometer outdoor. Oh. Not outdoor. Wait. Now I'm messed up. All right. Thermometer inside people. Thermometer for measuring the weather temperature. Got it. It totally got me. I did not have the correct bump. Couldn't process that. All right, and tourniquets. Okay. One death you can miss from eating something you made in the pharmacy counter. Oh, all right. We'll try that out. Thank you. That's a good clue. we'll try to see if we can make something terribly poisonous. Yeah, outdoor thermometer. Yeah, got me. All right, you will also require the following chemicals and perishables. Afrinomycin, powerful anti-swelling agent, available from Nostrums Limited, Conception Junction, Missouri. Nose drops. Oh man, oh Lord. Okay, this is a gigantic list, so we'll come across this as we go. Caffeine, a relatively new ingredient in home medicine arsenals, currently used mainly as a flavoring agent in coffee, chocolate, and the new carbonated beverages. Awesome. All right, so what's the thingy? Taxolo flunky monkey? Epsom salts, elixirs, ipecac, isopropyl alcohol, laxative. All right, we already know we're gonna be seeing laxatives. Oh, leeches. They're not just for breakfast anymore. Yes, we've discovered that leeches are not only superb delicacies, but useful for cleansing the blood and removing toxins. Standard dosage, 3 leeches at a time, left for 1 hour. To draw blood from localized injuries, place the leeches on the bruised or contused sites. I wonder if we're actually going to use leeches. Mustard plaster? Mustard plaster. Neosynectide. These are funky. Orphenomethyhydride. Desalinization compound. Also a handy substitute for vermouth. Cool. Petroleum jelly, of course. Quicksilver. Mercury, a metal which is liquid at room temperature. Occurs naturally in sea life, particularly tuna and swordfish. Is that true, or is that poisoning? Industrial poisoning? I don't even know. Useful for homemade thermometers. Can also help in hat blocking. Yeah, hat blocking? Is that what you call it when you firm up the brim of a hat? Warning, prolonged exposure will cause madness. Keep stoppered, or at least hold onto it very tightly. Quinine, yes. An amorphous bitter alkaloid with tonic and antipyretic properties. Useful for eradicating common household malaria. Also terrific with a little gin and lime. That is damn true. Love that. Yeah, Mad as a Hatter, real thing, because that's what they did to stiffen the brim of your hat. They put mercury in it. I didn't know that was called blocking a hat. Stiffening it up like that. Yeah, and it would drive the hatters insane. Okay, tetracycline? No. Suppositories, of course. The most unusual and intriguing means of delivering medication to the lower bowels and sigmoid. Consists of medicated lozenge, which dissolves at body temperature, inserted rectally. Good for treatment of hemorrhoids and Geer's gerbil syndrome. Oh my God. You know what? That's probably the most topical joke. Although, geez, all right. I gotta. Let's check this out. Freddy Pharkas, frontier pharmacist. 1993. Okay, that's what I thought. 1993. What the fuck? Richard Gere? God, I can't even remember what his first name is. That rumor has been around for 32 years at least. I did not know it was that old. Wow. Good suppositories, good for treating Geer's gerbil syndrome. But doom tisk. Okay, was this it? Richard Gere believes was Sylvester Stallone who started the rumor? All right. He kept it going in the 90s? Man, how old is that rumor? I didn't think Richard Gere was like even very popular in like before what, Pretty Woman in what, 88 or something? Richard Gere was once hospitalized for gerbiling, yeah. The rumor emerged sometimes around 84 and quickly spread across the country by word of mouth. Yeah, it did. The legend states that Gere was hospitalized at California's Cedars-Sinai Hospital when the sex act went wrong. What the fuck does it look like going right? You know what I mean? Like what kind of crazy, how do you do it correctly? I suppose in a way that doesn't have you end up in a hospital. But jeez. What a goofy joke. Sylvester Stallone, huh? Man, he was a kick-ass kind of dude in the 80s, I guess. He wrote and directed Rocky, right? Started a shitty rumor about a kind of douchey actor. Funky. What a goofball. Okay. Oh. Can we then assume there was some maliciousness in the way that Gere's stories were also introduced and spread, rather than it just being a random prank? Possibly. In the 90s, hot on the release of Gere's hit movie Pretty Woman. Was that in the 90s? Okay. An anonymous prankster flooded fax machines across Hollywood with a fake press release from the ASPCA warning about Richard Gere's past abuse of gerbils. Although some sources say hamster. Big difference. The timing and scale of the prank is interesting. Oh my god. What a terrifyingly shitty prank to pull on someone and have it last for so long. Oh my god. Not only does Richard Gere believe that the gerbil story was started maliciously, yeah, well, of course he believes it. He also thinks he knows who did it. In 1974, here we go. Gere and Sylvester Stallone both starred in a movie called Lords of Flatbush. By all accounts, they really didn't like each other. And one day, Gere spilled chicken juice in Stallone's car, and a fight kicked off. Gere was fired and recast. Wow. Wow. So Richard Gere thinks that because he, even giving him the benefit of the doubt, accidentally spilled chicken juice in a car. How spilled chicken juice? What? In Sylvester Stallone's car, Sylvester Stallone got him fired from the job, and then 10 years later, started spreading a rumor about him inserting fist-sized pets into his butthole. Richard Gere's a jerk, man. I don't take his side for any of this. Like, I've never heard any like really nice things about him. He speaks good Japanese, which is funny. To me, for whatever reason, he's got that kind of fetish, kind of weeby fetish. Except he's like, because he's like California Buddhist, you know. So I've just never, I can't imagine anyone like enjoying being around this man. Yeah, the real story here is, why is Richard Gere carrying around chicken juice? Like, that's just salmonella, right? That's just asking to get someone poisoned right there. What is he do? Where's chicken juice come? What? This man is impenetrable, except by hamsters. Another urban legend which emerged at roughly the same time as the Gear hamster story is now mostly forgotten. And it's that Rod Stewart was once hospitalized for orally pleasing so many sailors that he needed to have his stomach pumped. I think I've heard that before, yeah. This rumor was started maliciously by Stewart's recently fired publicist as an act of revenge. That is clearly, you know, that is clearly a goofball, like, shitty thing to do, right? Like, whereas gerbling is just so weird and out there. It's like, you know, screwing a couch, right? Like, who screws couches? Well, probably that guy, or at least guys like that, you know what I mean? It's easy to buy, easy to believe, just because they're like weirdos. You know, they're odd kind of oddball fuckers that you don't really trust. You wouldn't leave your kids alone with them, right? You want to leave your kids alone with Richard Gere. What a weird guy. He'd get his chicken juice all over him, at least. What a bizarre. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Bruce Spaghetti. Side quest to the current side quest of checking out all of our manual here. That's exploring the history of Richard Gere. I can't believe this. 84. 84 is that old. And like, man. And that shit, that's gotta follow him around harder than Rob Lowe's sex tape, right? Like, because that, like, who cares now? You know, about Rob Lowe, bless, you know? You did stupid shit or whatever, who cares? Whereas gerbling, I don't get it, man. Like, everybody's got to be looking at Richard Gere, like, you know, shaking his hand, like talking to him, like, oh, I see it now. He's just a normal guy. And then he says something like dumb or weird or just kind of Hollywood celebrity disconnected sort of thing. And you're like, well, that's a little odd. Wait, does this guy really? Everyone's just got to be giving him like side eye every once in a while, right? Like acting all normal for a bit, and then every once in a while they look at Richard Gere like, do you? Never mind. You know, God, what a life he must lead. And he lost out on being the Bodhisattva of the West to Steven fucking Seagal too. He could have been the guy in charge of all of the transmigrations of the souls of Westerners. But the Dalai Lama said no, or whoever, not the Dalai Lama, whoever said no. It's gonna be Steven Seagal. What a weirdo, Richard. Anyway. Okay, this is it. This is what we're looking for, correct? His sidekick, Srini? So, yes, slow running. I'm not in any hurry, that's for sure. Sidekick Srini is actually from Pakistan. Pakistan was a country until 67 years after the game's setting. Wait, this game? All right, we're back in the game. We're back in the game then, right? We're done. We had our gerbil side quest. Okay. We haven't met our sidekick yet. Okay. This one. Tylux Polynide. Tylux Polynide. Yes, okay, correct. Correct. Oh, okay. Running gag. He's Indian, but the other Indian. Okay. Right, yeah, he's a complicated fella, I guess. Our buddy, Srini. Running gag. Interesting. Well, I can't wait to get more info out of him. Wow, that's something we've much to discover. Okay. Tylox polynide. Is this a real thing? An effective aid in the treatment of the vapors. Good, that's what we're looking for. Not possible to synthesize in the home laboratory. However, substitutions are permissible. See peptic lymosine tetrazole. Available from DBA's and Sons, Baltimore, Maryland. DiBiase. Ureafulofene? Purple urine. Yeah. Okay. All right. See peptic lymosine tetrazole. Okay. Peptic lymosine. Peptic lymosine tetrazole. Effective aid in treatment of the vapors, available from Fernet Formulas, Cincinnati, Ohio. Peptic lymosine tetrazole is an acceptable substitute for Tylox polynide. Dispense 40 milliliters per bottle. What? Okay, well that doesn't tell us how to make it. Tylox polyamide only comes back to this game. Tylox polynide. Yeah, I'm probably okay. Thanks for searching for that. I'm betting that most of these are fake or sexual related, or trying to make them sexually related. Just there's not a lot of real stuff, huh? Okay, so 40 milliliters per bottle, that's all we know. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do then. Peptic lymosine tetrazole is also fake? Yeah.
Why, the poor dear. She must be suffering from...
Right, okay, we did that.
Why, the...
Yes. Better that they just make stuff up and make it usable and game playable, right? Rather than trying to use long strings of carbon or whatever to make our own real drugs. I don't fault them for playing it goofy. This way we get more butt jokes anyway, right? Oh no. So where are we even looking for this then? How do we go back out here? Ah, okay. We weren't allowed to come back here before. All right, so here's where we do all of our stuff then, right? Cool. Yeah.
You keep your anatomical models in here. But don't worry, you're not the only one in town with a few skeletons in your closet.
Anatomical models of I don't know if you know. Now you do. Those are all called anatomical models. Hanging skeleton thingies, or just the pictures of the dudes with his arms at his side like that. You probably knew that.
This is the cozy little back room of your pharmacy where you do your heavy thinking. In other words, you don't spend much time here. You keep a pitcher of water in a basin so you can occasionally wash your face. It's a picture of some nearby big rock. Or reference bookshelf, complete with such top 10 medical reading as everything you always wanted to know about pustules but were too revolted to ask. Typhlime book of blackhead removal, boil lancing, and facial renovation, the dermatologist who came in from the cold sore, the 1882 edition of What Color Is Your Parasite, the 1-minute mandibula, a globe, and some souvenirs of your first customers.
Souvenirs of our first customers? It's a skull? Things don't bode so well, I guess.
This chair was left here by the previous owner of the pharmacy, Franklin Farquhar.
Franklin Farquhar, frontier pharmacist?
Why, it's your old roll-top desk. What happened to that roll you recently left on top of it? You must have eaten it. It's a lamp, and a bodaciously ugly one at that.
Bodacious.
Some buxom lady's portrait. Notice how the painting seems to follow you around the room. And I don't mean her eyes.
Okay.
This is the cozy little back room.
Okay.
That's your laboratory, where you concoct and bottle your formulas. That's your A
little pop on that line. Okay, do we just use?
You study Penelope's prescription and prepare to carefully fill it. You wouldn't want to make a mistake with her medicine.
Okay. Do we do it? Gaseous spectroscope. That's cool. Alcohol lamp. Oh, are these all of the things we listed in the book? Pill machine. Graduate. Oh, no undergraduated cylinder. No postgraduated cylinder. Test tube, mortar pestle. 5 grams? Gram marks? Grammeters. Measuring spatula. Measuring spatula? Crucible. Matches. Beaker. Medicinal papers. Corks. Stirring rods. Sodium bicarbonate. Enteromagnaline. Bimethylquinoline. Phenidol oxytriglycerate. Water. Medicine bottles. Prescription boxes. Magnesium sulfate. Are we gonna need a medicine bottle? We like put that there. Cool. Waste receptacle. Okay. Bismuth enterosalicine. Potassium cupritartate. Phenylsulfonylene. That was a fun one. I like that name. Fluorochlordone. Peptic lymosine tetrazole. I think that's what we need. Bismuth subsalicylate. Mercuric chloride. Orphenamethihydride. Tylox polynide. Isn't that the same thing? Or is this like we're gonna run out and we gotta use the rest of the other one? Nitrobilosinine. Reserpicline oxide. Calcium carbonate. Metiraphosphate. Cool. All right. Let's look at this one more time then. What do we got? 4 moles Tylox polynide. Okay, so
by the poor.
And we're supposed to put it in a bottle with 40. So what do we do with this? Pill machine?
Oops. Oops.
Oops.
Oops. Oops.
And lastly, mayonnaise. Yes. The only thing missing here is spicy mayo.
Oops.
This container is for your finished product, not for mixing. Do your mixing in the proper device.
Oops. Oops. It's got a good bounce to it.
Oops.
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 So what do we mix here? Oh, graduated cylinder.
This bottle of Tylox pollinide is empty. You never seem to have enough.
Got it. Okay. So we gotta use the other one. Peptic lymosine tetrazole. $40.
This is where you concoct.
Oh, where's the red dot? I guess we don't need the red dot if we got the label at the bottom. Oops. This. Okay, gotta put it back. I mean... Were we supposed to prepare it in any way? What am I doing? I don't think it said it was a pill. It just says 4 milliliters.
Why, the poor...
God, what are you doing? 4 milliliters orally, 2 times 5 for 5 days. 2 times a day for 5 days. So... I guess so.
Why the...
All right, that's we'll try that. Oh, we can only go 5 at a time though. When we pour it in the graduated cylinder. Yeah, got it. 40 milliliters. Oh!
You carefully label the container Miss Penelope Prim for internal use only. And what internals they are, you dream about them day and night.
Dreaming about her internals, huh? What's Freddy's dark fetish here? Yeah, well, I also cheated because the book says put it in a bottle with 40 milliliters. So I just did that. Can I exit? What is this? What is this?
These stairs lead up to your tiny bedroom.
Yeah. What lovely, or yeah, just while we're handing her back this bottle, we're gonna just be like, what lovely organs it must have. Put this in its body to make organs pretty. Does this look like hands? Did you... Why are there hooves? Are there hooves? It looks like you left not just the fucking antlers and giant moose head, but hooves. Why would you want all of that? It takes up so much. It's like having someone else in the bedroom with you. What the heck, my dude? Goofiest moose head rug. A lot of moose in the desert.
Your authentic moose skin rug looks very attractive with those eyeglasses on it. It would have been a mite less lumpy if somebody had remembered to skin the moose first.
Wait, it has glass? It doesn't have glasses.
Your authentic moose skin rug looks very attractive with those eyeglasses on it.
What? There's also a moose head in the casino, the saloon. The icon? Oh, like that? Yeah, that does work pretty well. Good call. Good call. It fits. kind of gives him a hipster vibe, huh? Yeah. It does. It does look pretty clever.
You picked up this old armoire at the farmer's market. It gave you a hernia. So instead of paying the doctor's bills, the owner let you keep it. Your dad unloaded his old vaudeville trunk on you. Not on purpose, though. He didn't know you were standing underneath when he unloaded it off the top of the stagecoach. Ever since then, you've had brief blackouts. But what the hey? Free trunk, right?
This narrator is really coming through, too. He's got a very personable but very dead-on accurate reading of each of these lines. I like it. He's doing a really, really, really good job.
A small picture of your mother, rest her soul. If only she could have lived to see you now, an ex-gun-slinging pharmacist in Coarse Gold, California. You'd have had a heart attack and died. It's your seamy, pasture-pedic, 100% rawhide-filled mattress. You bumped into it at a sidewalk sale and fractured your shin. They let you take it home, which was cheaper than paying to have your leg fixed.
Rawhide filled?
While browsing at a second-hand store, you were struck by this particularly sturdy reading lamp. The result was a mild concussion. The guy who'd accidentally dropped it out of the second-story window was very apologetic and, rather than pay for the skull surgery, offered to let you take the lamp home with you.
All right, this running gag is kind of funny. I get it. It's a cute writing exercise using all of these homonyms or whatever for things beating you over the head, and yeah, and you get it for free because people are so sorry for hurting you.
Lovely old glass-fronted bookcase containing some of your favorite leisure time reading material. Thoracic Park by Michael Crowton. A Brief History of Slime by Loogie J. Hawking. Diabetics by Old Mom Hubbard. Nasal Passages by Gail Shewiz. And How to Satisfy a Sheep Every Time and Make It for More, which you keep out of sight behind the other volumes.
That's at least the third animal sex reference. Oh boy, fourth, counting the gerbling. Wow. That was so many more than I was expecting going into this. Many more is sex with animals references than I had ever imagined this game would have. I did not know this was an Al Low joint.
This is your cozy little bedroom.
I wonder how this would look if I added a little paneling.
Yeah, and there was a Pee Wee Herman joke. I think this is actually before he got arrested, though, right?
You ran across this desk chair outside the general store. In so doing, you tripped and knocked out 2 teeth. You threatened to sue the owner, but he placated you by giving you this fine chair to keep.
Yeah.
You stumbled onto this big old dresser at a moving sale and broke your toe. So rather than pay to have your toe fixed, the owner let you keep the dresser. In fact, you get all your furniture by accident.
Yeah. I guess I was supposed to go right to left here rather than the other way. Yeah, we were just discussing. Oh, in 91. Okay. Wow, that was earlier than I thought. Yeah, we were discussing that a little bit earlier. How off-duty cop just happened to be investigating a porn theater. And when he was finished, he noticed that another gentleman in the theater was a celebrity. Yeah, it's pretty pretty kind of gnarly thing for a cop to be doing. Busting people for doing the same damn thing you're doing, huh? Pretty, ugh.
Your grooming aids: Swedish leather lysebianoid scalpicide, Santa Fe ear hair revitalizer, and old Mr. Smathers' preferred gum pinkener.
Gum pinkener? That's not bad.
You stumbled onto this big old dresser at a...
Okay. All right, what can we poke here?
The dresser is artistically placed as it is. No need to move it. You don't really need those grooming aids. You're a Western-style hero. Your hair is always in place, and your gums are always sparkling pink.
Gums are sparkling? Sparkling pink?
It's been so long since you moved this chair, it seems to have become one with the floor. How zen. Ah, scratching right there sure feels good, eh, Freddy?
I wanted to get this guy.
This is no time to sit and read books. You're in the middle of a stirring saga of the Old West.
Stirring? Stirring medicine? Huh? Nah.
It's a reading lamp. Don't bother it while it's reading. You can't sleep. You're too restless. Maybe because it's broad daylight. Don't move it. It's covering up the results of a failed experiment involving Madame Ovary, a dog, a melon, and a Tibetan hanging basket.
Okay.
You can only take the stairs up or down. You can't take them anywhere else.
That's not what I meant. There we go. Oh, cool.
Your old hat and gunslinging outfit. And, it smells of camphor.
There's a lot of suspect humor, yeah.
Score!
You take your old gunslinger clothes and your good guy model Stetson hat.
Good guy model Stetson. Too true. Oh, wow.
This side of the armoire doesn't open. It must have been built by the same Yahoo that built the outhouse by Reboot Hill.
Did we forget to go in an outhouse? Figure out that the door doesn't open?
The armoire door is wide open, displaying your outfits for all the world to see and admire.
Can we take them or? Oh, that's the outhouse that's missing one side? Oh, okay. So this door doesn't open, and that has a whole wall that's missing, so. Some genius designer, I guess, is what they're saying. Some fantastic furniture / miniature architect. Miniature building architect kind of guy is not all there. Okay.
There's nothing under there but more moose.
Yeah, disturbing amount of more moose, I guess. Okay. All right, we're good. Oh, again, though, the frame, right? It's different. Isn't it different? This frame, but it's like a picture frame. Yeah. Not a lot, but that's cool. Each room's got its own frame. Why don't they call the bathrooms the in-house? Because you have to be in them to do your business? Oh. Yeah, they were outside. You didn't want those outhouses near the house, near your regular house, because they stunk. So you had to go to the house that's out there. Go to the outhouse to let your things out. All right. 15 minutes later or more.
You hope you got this prescription right. After all, pharmacology is an art, not an exact science. You can't get it open. Damn these child-proof tins.
Oh, okay. Wrong way. This way. There we go.
Score! Thank you, Frederick. This looks perfect. You are a scholar and a gentleman.
Aw, shucks. I'm just a poor pharmacist trying to please my favorite customer. Will I see you again soon?
I think that can be arranged, Frederick. See you soon.
I'll be waiting. So long now, Penelope.
Unfortunately, you were so taken with Penelope's angelic presence that you forgot to charge her the 19 cents she owed you.
Oh, all right. Mom.
Good day, Freddy. Freddy Pharkas.
Well, good day to you, Ms. Back. What can I do for you today?
Well, Freddy Pharkas, Dr. Gillespie, that no-good gin-soaked sod no lush, wrote me this damn prescription that'll probably cost me an arm and a leg. Here, take it. The rot gut from that old wino doctor is making my new ensemble stink to high heaven, I want to tell you.
Okay. More to do immediately. Interesting.
Helen Back's prescription is barely legible due to all the whiskey spots, but you eventually decipher it.
Quinotrazate. 3 times a day, 7 times a day. Oh, or 3 times a day for 7 days. So yeah, 21 tablets, but how much in each tablet? I guess we'll find out when we look it up. Quinotrazate. Quicksilver, quinine. Quinotrazate. A highly efficacious and useful medication when taken orally at a dosage of, what is this? Not to exceed 60 milligrams a day. Okay, to prepare 15 milliliters of bismuth and terrosalicylene, 30 grams of phenol oxytriglycerate to produce quinotrazate, mixed together, star, pill, usual dosage is 21 pills. Okay, cool. A running gag is that Dr. Gillespie is Dr. Feelgood. Okay. Well, none of the drugs so far seem to be goofy, but whiskey is to be given to rattlesnake bite victims only. On an unrelated note, the only rattlesnake in town is owned by the town doctor. Cool. All right, maybe we'll see some goofier prescriptions from him. Okay, so do we put it in the tab thing, in the pill thing, and it'll take care of itself? Maybe. Okay, so 15 bismuth and terrosalicylene, 30 gems of phenol oxytriglycerate. Okay, bismuth and phenol. Got it. Okay. All right.
This is Helen Back, proprietor of Mom's Cafe.
To get good food in Coarse Gold, you have to go to Hellenbach.
Thanks for pointing that one out. Okay.
You You study Helen Back's prescription and prepare to carefully fill it.
Okay. Bismuth and pterosalicine. Yes, 15. Oh, okay. Graduated silicon.
This is where you concoct...
Yeah. Put it down. Okay. Bismuth and pterosalicylate. 15. And then oh god, I forgot already. 30 grams of phenodol oxy. 30 grams. Save and eat this one? All right. Will do.
This is where you...
No. 15. Okay. Phenodol. Huh? No. Yes. Okay. All right. Add the phenodol to the bismuth. Mix together in a glass beaker and stir. Glass beaker. What? Ah, got it. You.
This is where...
Put it down. You. Stir. Should have probably put that one in the waste receptacle, or at least cleaned it before putting it back, right? Who cares? It's the Old West. That's the pill machine. Fill it up.
You can place the pills into a medicine bottle by clicking the bottle on the pills.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Oh, it's doing it automatically. Okay, 9. This will probably just be enough anyway, right? 12. 15. Uh-oh. No, that's right. 18. 21. Okay, great. So it just worked out. Okay. Can I take this right now? Let me. Oh, I can't save right now. How do I eat it?
Disgusted at your inability to prepare the proper concoction.
Yeah. All right.
That's your
do the thing. Okay. All right. Quick redo. Bismuth, yes. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Phenodol, yes. No. Yes. Beaker. Cylinder. Nope, don't put it. There we go. You. Give it a nice little swizzle. Throw that away.
This is where you
can't throw it away. All right. Fill it up.
This is where.
Put it. Okay. All right, here we go. Do it all.
This is where...
Okay.
You carefully label the container, Mrs. Helen Back. Take 3 times daily just before meals.
Right. Okay. We got it. Frontier chemistry. Let's try it. Let's try it.
You hope you got this prescription right. After all, pharmacology is an art, not an exact science.
Yeah, house is...
You can't get it open. Damn these child-proof tins.
Is that just bullshit and I just have to use the item on self?
You take a sip of the medication. Unfortunately, the first rule of the Old West medicine chest is never trust nobody else's prescription.
So, sorry to say, that's how Freddy Farkas done up and died. Taking medication he didn't need were the death of him, and it worked long afterwards that coarse gold fell into the hands of... Oh, God darn it, I'm too choked up to tell you how it all ended.
Oh, rad! Wow. That was quite a death animation. We threw up the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Jeez. Yeah, that was actually very kind of him. He didn't spoil anything. Cool. Wow, we turned periwinkle, or whatever this color is, and threw up just gallons of shaving cream. Wow, so you can die. Awesome. Second rule of the Old West medicine chest, never drink your own mistakes. Awesome. Awesome. There we go. So actually, I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be good for tonight. Wow, all right. Triumphant return to streaming here, I think. I think that was a lot of fun. That was good stuff. Ending on a high note. Vomiting up the whole Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on ourselves was a good Sierra death. I don't think I've seen that one before. I'm sure we've died by vomiting in some space quest or whatnot. But yeah, that feels like a GG. We beat it. Congratulations, you died. That's what it should say in every Sierra game too, all right? Love it. Cool. Well, that's going to be it for this evening. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. This was fun. My voice is kind of running out, and I really need to wipe my nose, so I'm not 100%. I'm kind of... But I will definitely be back tomorrow. I think 5 p.m. Pacific is when I'm going to be starting. And gaming, hopefully for at least as long, 4 hours or so. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for coming on back. Thanks for, being cool. Like, I was, like I said a long time ago, I was totally expecting to just talk to myself for a few hours. But it's amazing that I'm so happy. I'm so glad that, like, you guys are back here again. I hope you had fun too. I really do. And it was incredible to see you all. I'm super surprised. I'm super delighted. And that was a wonderful time. I'm enjoying this a lot so far. It is not exactly how I expected it. A little bit more bestiality than I was hoping for. But here we go. Hello, we're doing it. So yes, tomorrow I'll be back 5 p.m. Pacific-ish, of course. Close to that time as I can make it, and we'll be gaming again. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.